Run.
How goes it, everyone? Hope you're all doing great. I think I'm doing okay. Um, been a long week. It's been tough, but there's um there's a principal difference between normal people and Phil. Actually, I'm sure there's millions of principal differences between Phil and most people. One of them is Phil's addiction to tragedy. He is so enthralled by his own misery. And I'm sure if he heard all this, he would say that I'm crazy and stupid for saying all this. But I say it from like a therapeutic perspective with this dude. Like he he has bad things happen to him, sure. And what is his first thought? I can make content of this. I can make this something. I can do something with this. Leanna's in the hospital. I can make this into content. I can make people like me. Oh, my grocery bags got stolen. I can make this into content. And for me, when I go through terrible things, I don't want to tell anyone. Like, frankly, I didn't want to tell anyone when it first started happening. But people need to be at least informed of stuff. But and then he also like holds it over people, like, oh, guess what I went through, all this and that. And it's just really sick and disgusting. Because for him, I'm sure, as a lazy ass individual as he is, it's the easiest content you can make. Bad things happening to you. You know, it's like I've got this recommended video in my corner here, from Daniel Lord hiding in my room. And every single thumbnail he has, every single uh, link he has, it's talking about how miserable he's doing. Like, dude, don't you want something else other than that? Don't you want to be not miserable? Why would you want to sell your ad or advertise your misery? That's disgusting. You hate yourself then. So, I mean, I'm not going to get too much into it, but I thank you. I am doing better, and others are doing better as well. So DSP was very considerate and had a very uneventful week. He had various meltdowns, but all of them mostly tied to Street Fighter 6, which I'll watch a couple of them. Um, in terms of lore, what all exactly happened? We had, uh, oh, before I get any further, I want to thank all of you as well. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding through all this. I couldn't do it without you, and I really love you all. It means a lot to me to see you all so cool. But DSP's lore, he claimed the detractors are doing chargebacks to spite him, which is insanely stupid. Um, he says that he shit on Justin Wong some more, shit on rollback netcode some more. Yes, I heard that DSP got WWE Champions first place on one of his events, which I'm sure just feels so validating for him. It must feel like $1 million to know that he did in fact buy himself a first place trophy, which is really, really dumb. Because if you just go to Amazon, you can buy first place trophies, and it's much cheaper. Let's see, custom trophy. Let's just make one. It's so easy. You can just custom trophy template. Yeah, look at this crap. You can have whatever kind of system you want here. Let's see, what are we gonna throw on here? Horse. So you can give this to Cat, and you could choose insert, choose the activity. What's his activity? Well, obviously, wrestling. No, no, no. We need something really cool. Uh, shut up. Let's go. Best joke. There you go. Perfect. Best loser. There you go. It's so much cheaper this way. And how much does it cost at the end of it? Already we're at $8.99. CDSP, just buy yourself a trophy. Dumbass. But what else was he going on about? I got some of the other stuff. Fallout 4 is going to get sent to Ban World. Microsoft is going to ban World, and him talking about Little Kitty Big City was rather amusing to me. Apparently, you're an idiot if you think it's for kids.
Let me tell you something, brother.
You should feel like $1 million because that's how much you spend. Exactly.
I see a place in gaming for games like this that have a cute design, cute atmosphere. They fill in a gap of people who are pet lovers, right? Like, I get it. I understand why people would like it. Is it for everyone? Absolutely not. That's a niche.
How's it going,
That's
Mr. Pika
niche,
Fam?
a quarter niche. So a game like this is never going to be a big seller. A game like this is not going to break records, but it's definitely a cute game for a certain audience. And I definitely recommend it to cat lovers or puzzle platformer lovers, okay? But outside of that, you're probably not going to like it if you're not into cats at all. Like, I couldn't imagine someone who just doesn't like cats playing this game and be like...
So I already know someone he's omitting from the possible people who would like this game. And it's the group of people that DSP wishes death upon. I know that doesn't narrow it down at all. That's pretty much everyone. But this particular group is the memer streamers. You know, those ones who play whatever hot game just came out, play it for a couple times and drop it. You know, those people who should be executed on the spot. DSP, of course, omits them, that they would enjoy this game because it's a quick to play game. You're done. Boom, gone forever. Right? Easy enough. No real commitment necessary to the game. Weird that DSP omits them.
Be like, oh, what a great game.
How's it going, Nothroku?
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I'm just going to say this. People who are saying it's aimed for kids are complete idiots. They're fucking liars. They're morons. The only reason they say that is because of the way it looks. Bullshit. The game is not just made for kids. You can have relaxing games that are for adults. This definitely is a game for all ages. It's not just for kids. It's not just for adults. It's for all ages. Morons will say, oh, easy games are for kids. No, you're just a fucking idiot who doesn't understand relaxing games.
Yeah, the toilet seat and headphones are always fun.
For everybody. Just because you don't like them, because you're just this one-track mind person who only thinks challenging, adult-oriented games are for adults.
So, goddamn, it never fails. Every single thing that DSP ever stands by, he doesn't stand by a couple years later or a couple minutes later. How many rants has this dude been on about how this game is empirically for kids? Okay, Phil, what's your evidence? Well, look at it. It's kind of cartoony looking. Yeah, that's for kids. This is for immature kids. Everything is for kids for DSP. Ninja and PewDiePie were for kids because only kids would like this thing. Only kids would like these bright colors and high energy and manic action. Only kids. But then when DSP plays a game and other people express the exact same opinion that DSP has about anything, that this is for kids, well, suddenly they're all shitheads and they're liars. How exactly is that a lie? It's not... You know, it's not like there's an objective truth to that and I'm intentionally telling the opposite. That's what a lie is, essentially, right? I knew this game was for everyone, but I lied and said it was for kids. It's an opinion, stupid. Opinions, DSP, I thought you said opinions can't really be lies. Oh, whatever, doesn't matter. It's just how DSP operates. He has no foundation for any of his views. And, you know, none of this shit would happen if he just wouldn't express his views every single time. But because he's a narcissist who feels that you're entitled. No. I'm entitled to tell you my views and you have to love them. Then he just always airs this stupid shit. What were some of the other things that DSP has said were exclusively for children? Amiibos. He said amiibos were exclusively for children. Okay, then how is that fair? How is it fair that I can't say that this game is exclusively for children? Ever.
You're an idiot. Okay?
Yes, this is serious bait. You got a set for his mom wife? Oh. I wish you would get an actual toilet seat and like carve it out and put the headphones in there.
So, overall, Little Kitty Big City is a fun game for a quick afternoon, especially for cat lovers, but it ain't special in regards to like, oh,
it ain't special. Kids hate it.
Of course not. But I think it does have a place in gaming. There's a niche for it.
And that's another thing. Thank you for reminding me, DSP. I almost forgot. The niche for it. When has DSP ever been on board for niches? He hates niches. He thinks that everything should be mainstream popular. People ask him, hey, DSP, play this niche game, and he'll basically ban you. Now suddenly niche things are badass and they need to exist in the gaming landscape. Otherwise, we would just have Call of Duty all day, right? You guys need Little Kitty Big City. But earlier, Phil, like not that far earlier, you were saying games that were niche are shitty and should just be mainstream games. I remember that because I remember making fun of him for that. That from his perspective, games should just be big, dummies.
I was one of the people who would like it, but
Yeah, that's
definitely
true as well, like
short. For
bragging.
example, I had no idea it was that short.
Sometimes I wonder if
you
DSP is
know,
technically a
and
liar
it's
because he's so
disappointing. I was
far
like, man,
removed
he's
from
doing
reality.
live
Like,
this week.
does he technically
And
lie?
now,
He's just
you
crazy.
know, it's done. I'm not going back to 100% it. Heck no. I know that the collectibles are just for silly. Oh, put on another hat. Oh, get an achievement.
You know,
right?
for
So,
children. I mean,
yeah,
not for
it's
children.
kind
What
of
did I
almost,
say?
it almost feels bittersweet to me because I liked it, but man, it was so short. I wish there was more to it. You know.
Yeah, I wish there was a
Okay.
new game plus.
So that's Little Kitty Big City. We're already done with it.
All right. Well, damn. Little Kitty Big City. Welcome to Band World. I wish DSP had like a toilet flushing sound effect on his soundboard. He could press it whenever he was done with the game. That seems like something DSP would do. There are times where I think I would be better at DSP than DSP would be. Like, just make toilet sound effects. I am done with this piece of shit. And it's going right down the toilet.
Snort, snort,
Come on, the dude loves poop humor.
All right. Now,
Yeah, definitely, Timothy.
the other thing that I want to give you all an update on is in regards.
No,
to
I haven't seen the
chargebacks on this
re-one.
channel.
I saw it on
All right,
Twitter and I
mentioned this
didn't watch it.
last week because it hit me pretty hard last week. Right in the middle of last week, I received over $200.
Now, this is quite a ways back. This is 5 days ago. I just wanted to listen to him talk about the stupid chargeback saga again because it's just insane. Let's go a little shadow.
Chargebacks for tips from back in April. Okay, this sucks because when chargebacks happen, you half the time cannot really do anything about it.
Snort?
It depends on so many different factors: the nature of the chargeback, the size of the charge, how the actual tip was given, like what financial institution was involved, the nature of the chargeback, because there are different ways things can be charged back. So I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of it because you guys don't need to know that at all. And quite frankly, the less publicly known, the better.
Wait, why wouldn't we need to know about that? I mean, DSP, we need to know about your grocery bag experiences. Why don't we need to know about the systems through which we can get money back from you? That seems a little manipulative. We need to know about what kind of hangnail situation you got going on or what kind of sandwich you ate the other day. But we don't need to know about the systems through which we can get refunds? And DSP really is a business owner.
Better because you don't want idiot trolls out there to try to figure out ways to do it, right? But basically, it hit the channel hard last week. It sucked.
Oh, yeah. Two-front war.
Solid
Chargebacks and WWE champions.
And overall, I can tell you, it hasn't been that bad. Hopefully, you know, it won't impact the channel.
What other streamers talk about this stuff?
Now, just so you
well,
guys
they
know,
haven't been doing this for
I've gotten
15
wind from
years,
somebody
so
else
you know,
who has been
debunked.
kind of monitoring the situation. That, of course, my detractors are so stupid they can't just do something without publicly talking about it because that would be like smart. You understand? They always have to brag about what they're doing to hurt me, even if it's an outright crime. Now, don't worry, they'll never get prosecuted for it because they're anonymous on the internet, which is the only reason why they do this shit. They're pussies, okay?
That segment was my favorite of this entire rant because, god damn, I really don't understand where the line is between DSP lying and DSP stupid. Now, it's very clearly just a Venn diagram that's a circle, but DSP, he can't really believe this, can he? He can't really believe the detractors are out here talking about this shit openly and we mean it. It's exactly what happened with him going to get married in Connecticut and how he was saying that people would break in and attack Jasper. No, I would break in and hang out with Jasper. It's probably the most amount of attention he would ever get in his life. Anyway, he took all that shit seriously. He thought it was probable cause that these people were going to commit a crime. He doesn't like the idea of people telling jokes, or he doesn't like the idea of himself being a joke because he doesn't have the capacity to see the difference. He thinks that people actually mean this crap. The other thing it reminds me of, and DSP was a part of this as well, is remember back when the whole invade Area 51 thing was happening and people were making all these jokes and memes and, you know, flow charts and war diagrams and battle plans. All right, we're going to send in the Naruto runners from the Northeast, and from the Southeast, we'll have the furries make their advancement. And then we'll have the armored column of cholos come in from the North. And it was just stupid shit. It was just stupid shit. It was just people playing around. But two groups of people took it seriously, or two specific groups: the U.S. government, which is its own clown show, and DSP. DSP was there saying, "You guys are gonna get killed. I can't believe they're actually thinking of doing this. It's fucking stupid." They're not thinking of doing it. I mean, a couple people showed up, but there was no grand offensive by the Cholos. It just didn't happen because no one was going to actually do that. But DSP is this old man who doesn't have a comprehension of humor. He definitely doesn't have a comprehension of group humor. That is just an utter mystery to him. Yeah, it's like an MC Escher painting for this guy. So people on Twitter and Discord and all that joke about messing with Phil all the time. But it's just that, it's joking. Because here's the real thing. If anyone really wanted to do any of these things, it's not hard. It's really not hard. DSP is not as secure as he thinks he is. And there are people with time and means and money and all this and that who would make DSP's life a living hell. But they don't, because it's not that important. But DSP is convinced that he's this target of this giant conspiracy to attack him and burn down his cat.
But yeah, they brag about it and talk about it all the time. They're just so dumb. All right. In this
Yeah,
case,
exactly.
is because they are
I get a second axe.
More chargebacks, and they are actively trying to.
Might have to dual wield my
Look like
axes.
it's doing better than it is. So allow me to explain. Okay. You may have noticed this last
Exactly, like Breck. He doesn't have group humor at all because of that.
Days, I've hit a bunch of tip skulls. All right. Now I'm not saying that that's abnormal or anything. Sometimes I hit tip skulls around here, but I'll be honest. Yes, yesterday, as I'm doing my React streaming day, which is the thing that I'm going to update you all on because it went pretty well, I'm wondering how it's going to go. And then all of a sudden, I start getting tips during the streams.
Person who finally does harm him is going to be not attractive. No, I mean, a lot of us would probably disavow it. I mean, we'd be amused by it, but
no name attached, no message attached.
Like if someone broke into DSP's room right now and just started swinging on him, like, whoa, dude, that's really wrong. I mean, it's funny as hell, and there's going to be a ton of memes about it, but it is wrong.
Sometimes they're completely legit. It's just a viewer who wants to contribute but doesn't want to shout out because they're afraid of harassment on the internet.
And DSP would say that that's so evil in and of itself, that you can't make jokes about a bad thing that happened. But Mr. Dark Humor here, you would think he would be on board for that. Well, it's against me. It's a problem. Well, every single dark humor that's ever existed ever has been about someone. You just don't know their name. You know, people make jokes about 9/11 all the time. Do you know all their names, DSP? No, of course not. Because, you know, they're not Phil. You scanned the list for Phil Burnell, didn't see it was on there and lost interest.
I'm just going to do it anonymously. Perfectly fine. And I totally understand that. And I really appreciate that because that helps things a lot and it keeps you safe. But at the same time, you have to be skeptical, right? When you're getting those kind of contributions.
I like the DSP spy network.
You're like, I don't know if this is
There's a lot of funny memes you can make about the DSP spy network, though.
But you never know what's going to happen with the chargeback. So basically what's happening is this. If you haven't noticed the last few days, there's been a few days when I'm hitting either the $50 or $100 tip skulls.
Mm-hmm.
And even to some extent, the other day I remember I had the vest on and everything.
Oh, yeah. Big ass monies.
Right? So what's happening is these morons are now publicly saying they did this on purpose. They're coming to various streams and dropping a $20 tip here, a $30 tip here. Someone even said they did a $50 tip. And it's all anonymous, and they're planning on charging it back later.
Okay, so here's another question I have for this. DSP spy network, I'm sure doesn't really have to work that hard to convince their commander, Mr. Phil Burnell, of anything. All it takes is one email saying, yeah, I saw it. That's good enough for Phil. That's good enough for this dude. Thank you. I appreciate it, Logan. Happy to be back. Even if it might be in a limited capacity, but I'll discuss that later. But DSP spy network only ever has to convince him of one thing. This dude does not care about evidence when it's something he wants to hear, which is nothing new for any of us. We all knew this was the case. But DSP can get a letter saying the detractors currently have a 120 millimeter artillery piece pointed towards your house. DSP says, yeah, that definitely checks out. I can see that. Meanwhile, DSP, in the exact opposite equation, you can't have evidence against him. Even if you have surveillance footage of him aiming the howitzer, that's not really evidence, dude. That could have been any Phil Burnell.
Now you might say, well, I don't get it. Why would they even bother doing that? All it does is it makes it look like you're doing better and you get perks and everyone's happy. Well, here's what they're doing.
Yeah,
they do it on purpose.
It's super big brain.
It looks like I'm doing good on a stream. Other people who
because we want that
might say, oh, okay, Phil's doing all right today. So I don't need to really contribute today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll
like
back later in the week and see if it's a slower stream and I'll help them out there. In fact, no exaggeration, a fan actually wrote me an email and said that's exactly what happened this week. There was a stream.
DSP endorses Tattletales.
But they saw that
confirmed.
all the tip skulls. They said, all right, I'll hold off. I'll come back later in the week. And then come to find out, these detractor idiots are bragging publicly, oh yeah, I tipped on that stream, and I'm gonna just charge him back later in the week.
They
But
don't.
he would've
It's
gotten more,
not
but we
true
screwed him
though.
over
People are just
See?
saying
So
shit
that's
because
what
it's
they're doing. They're
funny.
basically trying to make it look like I'm doing better than
Because
I am.
that's usually one of the
So that
worst
way,
things you can
people
do
are
is
fooled,
donate to
and then
Phil.
they can
People
counter back.
immediately lose
All right?
respect for you if
Why
you
am I
donate to
telling you?
Phil.
Because I just want you to be aware that it's happening.
That's how we
I'm
know
not
it's a
asking for
joke,
anything.
dude.
I'm not asking for any change in behavior from you whatsoever. I just want you to know that this is going on actively, and that when you see things going on YouTube, it's not always as it appears.
No,
You
of
know?
course
So a
not.
lot of these people say, "Oh, I track every
YouTube's a
single dollar
liar.
that comes in from a content creator, and so I know that they make this and this and this." It's totally untrue. There's always a behind-the-scenes world of chargebacks.
So therein lies the second part of his plan. DSP, he is smart enough to create multiple avenues of his scam. That I will give him credit for that, because you kind of have to after a while, because eventually you have to up your scam game, and this is DSP's second layer of obfuscation to the scam. He wants you to disregard what you're seeing on YouTube in general. So this whole shit show about the chargebacks, well, he is pissed off about that, I'm sure. The other thing to take from this is that you can't believe your eyes and ears. So if you see that I have money, just know I might be getting charged back and not telling you about it. So really, I don't actually have money. Keep that in mind. You're thinking that I'm being honest, but actually I'm being dishonest, and it's YouTube's fault. Sound good?
Fees, all kinds of stuff going on.
How's it going, Membrane Ricky?
Tipping me less than say $5.
DSP loves a narc. That's why LARPing is so easy. Yeah, exactly.
PayPal has a
He's
flat
that worst
fee
teacher who
you
just
take per
believed anything
transaction,
anyone
plus a
said.
percentile of each transaction. If you tip me $1, I get like
Percentile?
60 cents,
Incorrect.
if that. It depends on where you're from, what region. So there's all these factors involved, and then I do get chargebacks all the time. I really do.
Yeah, so don't believe what my tip value is.
Last week is because it's very abnormal to be getting that much of a hit of a chargeback.
It's all a matter of discrediting the people who track his tips.
Happens, okay? So FYI, don't make judgments just based on what you see up front, because it may not be true. Just saying. And listen, to the person who wrote me that email, I really appreciate that message,
Out him.
because now I know what's
Out
going
him,
on,
Phil.
and absolutely not.
Who was it? Was it
the
me?
nature of what's happening and why they're probably doing it. Well, hopefully, talking about it like this and spreading awareness, at least we'll have some people, know what's going on. And hey, if you come by and you like the content, you support it. And if you want to hold off on supporting, you could do that too. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but just be aware that what you see isn't always what you get, right? We may be having a great time on a stream, celebrating
there you go,
and having a good time, and we be looking silly in a vest and a hat. And,
yeah, don't believe my data.
Having a great stream, and the next thing you know,
it's doing a little better Sniper Ladies, man. I appreciate it.
Sucks. I'm not saying that's happened yet. It hasn't, but it very well could. And these idiots.
I think it's just a good filler episode, Sniper Ladies, man.
Announce what they're doing. I wouldn't even know. But they're so dumb, they literally do. They post it on Kiwi Farms. They talk about it on Discords and in video comments and shit like that. I mean, they're moronic. They just can't get it.
But also, DSP, didn't you tell your viewers not to go to those places? So hold on a second. Shouldn't you discredit all those people who went to those places because they're inherently toxified? Oh, I love this image of Phil right here. Holy shit, hold on. Hold on. Who's that other Phil? Yeah. Yeah, where's his image? Yeah, there you go. Boy, it's like seeing double, huh? Anyway, what was I going with that? It doesn't matter. Continue.
Bragging about committing crimes, because when you commit a fraudulent,
we're not supposed to go to those places.
You've actually broken the law. That's just the fact that it's not prosecuted on the internet doesn't mean you didn't commit a crime. It just means you got away with it. Okay.
And that's another really stupid thing that DSP does is he doesn't realize how that encourages people. He doesn't get how that encourages people. You guys did a wrong thing. Unfortunately, you can't be charged for it. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing it because I'm not going to get charged for it. Sounds hype. I'm on board for this. DSP, again, Mr. Black and White, doesn't understand that sometimes things that are illegal and things that are unethical aren't exactly the same thing. For example, it's illegal to collect rainwater in a lot of states. However, it's not necessarily unethical. It's just a matter of sanitation and cleanliness. And, people don't realize just how toxified rainwater is. So there's nothing unethical about collecting rainwater, but it is illegal. DSP's head would fall off his shoulders if you told him that, because it wouldn't make any sense to him.
Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to talk about that and get it out of the way, and now we did. Okay. So speaking of yesterday,
Sounds good, Phil. All right, next up, we've got, what's he going on about? I wanted to hear, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. I wanted to hear what he was saying about the, damn it, the game developer. Rages at the troll. Yeah, I want to see this one.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Snort, snort.
You can't own rainwater. It's unethical.
Anyway, all right. So
Love the show. You're actively avoiding me after DMCA striking my game, The Detractor, on stream. I thought you said your work is okay to use if it's transformative. Don't be a coward. Thanks. Now, the guy confirmed, the developer confirmed that this was not him, which again, DSP just falls for shit. This has to be, because you can't actually use this name if you're not the guy. It's illegal. Except for that stupid ass WWE Champions game. Apparently there's someone on there called They Call Me DSP, but that's not me.
thank you guys. Look at this. Look at this super chat. This is so ridiculous.
Exactly, like
I will
Brecky.
respond
You
to
really
that
should
in
learn
the
some
chat,
doubt.
So let me get to it, and I will respond to that because this is ridiculous.
Not
I've
gout.
at this point, all right, have I not made it clear that I want absolutely positively nothing to do whatsoever with the tractor content? Have I not said this? How many times have I said this?
But
Is this
you
not the
do.
broken record?
You
right?
say it
I
all the
literally
time,
come
but then
here
you
on my
act
podcast
differently.
over and
Don't you
over and
get
I
that,
say,
DSP?
I want nothing to do with detractors or their content. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be involved in it. I'm not involved in it. I actively ignore it.
Okay.
Correct? Have I not said this over and over and over here on this channel?
But here's another thing about this. DSP, he, for as much of a noble person as he is, he never really sticks up for people even when they're in the right. And you can see the exact opposite case happen with DSP. DSP, when he got that whole escort saga thing, the detractors don't like DSP. We're not a fan of DSP. However, the detractors were able to unveil all that stuff. So even though we disliked DSP, or even back then people disliked DSP, they had a realization that the truth mattered more than the feelings about DSP. Because if we're as bad as DSP said we were, back then when all that got uncovered, we would just keep it going because it's funny. Which, frankly, that would have been my vote because I would have thought it was funny. But people had a realization that there are things bigger, you know, there's a sense of justice bigger. DSP absolutely lacks that. He does not care. So if someone is ever striking detractor channels, he is never able to really put aside that feeling of, ooh, I don't like these people, but this is unethical, or ooh, this is wrong, or this is done in the wrong name. He doesn't have that feeling. And that's essentially what's going to happen here, I'm sure, with this detractor game dev, is that DSP, he doesn't really care about his own innocence. Because I've decided I'm innocent. That's good enough.
Publicly to all of you. Right?
How's it going, Rob Allen?
My stance has not changed. All right. So I don't care about this nonsense going on outside. I'll get to it because that was a super chat. I will directly respond to it now because we'll have time to respond.
You've banned people for super chatting bad things before DSP.
I will respond to it in a minute when it pops up. All right. Let's go through the order, the proper order.
Yeah, okay, the proper order of stupid.
No worries. You're gonna get your answer. You're gonna get. Your
I will be
attention
dumb.
and
Don't
then we'll
worry.
Move on from it, and I'm gonna wipe my hands of this nonsense. Okay. Now here we go. Now I will address this. Okay.
I will get to your stupidity in a moment.
Did a $10 super chat. All right. I'm just gonna read this word for word.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give you my honest response to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do it. Shut
I
up.
love the show. You're actively avoiding me after DMCA striking my game, The Detractor, on Steam. Excuse me. I thought you said your work is okay to use if it's transformative. Don't be a coward. Thanks, Happy Face.
I think that coward really triggered him. Did he say happy face or was it an emoji?
Oh my god. You fucking people. I swear to God, you fucking people never learn. Right? Have I not said 1 zillion times on this show and in my content, I want nothing to do with...
He will address that person's super chat and will give him the answer he's due. You think he's going to do that for this one too? Sure hope not.
You, your content, your trolling, your bullshit, whatever it may be. I don't want to be pulled into your vortex of nonsense, okay? I have nothing to do with anything you're talking about. Zero. Nothing to do with it whatsoever. What I've seen is there's people coming on in the last week saying there's a game that you're in and it's a detractor game And what do you think about that? I don't care. I ignore it. I have nothing to fucking do with it. I have more things to do in my life. I'm so busy. I don't have time to worry about your dumb shit. You are the least important thing to me on this fucking
I'm too
planet. I don't
busy to
wanna
care
know
about your
what
sense of
so-and-so said in the
justice.
video, what documentary is coming out, what video game that makes fun of me is coming out. No one with a brain fucking cares. It's the same circle jerking, mouth drooling, mentally challenged group of people who like that
Aw,
shit.
man.
No one who's normal and has an actual life outside of sitting in front of their fucking computers all day cares about that shit. Do you understand me? So I want nothing to do with it. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't strike anything. I didn't do anything. I want you to take your super chat and I want you to shove it up your ass. Okay?
Oh, nice.
I'm done being involved with the tractor shit. I've told you this a million times. It's not me. Here's what you really need to do. Look at your community of fucking really antisocial losers and wonder why they keep striking each other's content down. I said it. I just did it in
Oh, so
February.
you're
I did
trying
the
to
usual annual video.
again? He's trying to make us about us. We did this. We attack each other, which really doesn't happen. I don't know where he's getting this from, but he needs to be able to buy into this mythology because he wants to try and turn the detractors against each other. And it's never worked. It's never been a thing that's been successful with him ever. But, you know, maybe this time it'll work. Furthermore, DSP Mr. Law and Order here, he doesn't get it. He just does not get it, how it's his dealing. Because if I do something and I do it in the person's name and in the person's image and the person's data, DSP is liable because that's just the nature of how life works. I don't know. I don't feel like I should have to explain this to Phil, but it's like how life works. If I go into a bank and I'm wearing a really, really good, realistic Dark Side Phil mask, I mean, it's oozing and dripping and everything. It's kind of falling off my face. That's how it's really accurate, is if it doesn't fit right, you know? Anyway, I go in there, I do a pre-stream, I talk about my helicopter job, I shoot up the place, I drop my gun, you know, really selling the image that it's Dark Side Phil. And then I waddle out of there, and then I go back to my BMW that I've had detailed to look exactly like his BMW, including the missing tire, which is going to make my getaway really hard to do. And I do all that, and I somehow get away. Who are the police going to come and knock on the door of? Phil. They're going to come into his private gated community, which is illegal, by the way, and they're going to knock on his door and say, hey, man, you're under arrest. We got this footage of you. The DSP is going to say, that's not me, and shut his door. And in DSP's perspective, the police are going to sit there, scratch their chins and say, well, dude said it wasn't him. I guess this case can't be solved, huh? No, man, that's stupid. If something is being done in your name, you have an obligation to clear your name. And trust me, bro, isn't good enough.
I don't strike stuff. I'm not involved. So why the fuck do you keep bringing it up and making accusations?
Exactly, Lil Shadow.
I have literally never been fucking involved in any of this, ever. This is your own community striking each other down for attention. And it seems to fucking work because look what's going on now.
Yeah,
right?
let's give up
Here's
exactly
what you
like
do.
Reagan.
If you get
Impossible.
any kind of a DMCA takedown or a strike from me, you know it's not me.
How do I know
don't
that?
do them. I never have. I don't care.
But that's not true. That's objectively not true. When you showed your screen showing the DMCA takedowns, you did a couple. And you've done some in the past. And you bragged about it in the past, a long distance in the past. You know, how can we trust you, DSP? You are an untrustworthy individual. It's kind of your brand. But you guys should just give up.
I just sit here playing games all fucking
I'm
day.
all right, Sunpool. How are you?
I just don't want to have anything to do with you. So stop bringing me up. You know how abusable the MCA is. How many people have been
Sorry
taking
about the
down
millennial
false
gaming.
information
It was just hypothetical.
about me. My name, my address, my phone number, and an email address is
How's it going,
apparently
Jay?
enough for impersonation for the MCA takedowns. I don't stand for it. I have publicly said over and over and over, I don't want anyone taking anything down in my name, but I'm not involved in it. And every single time that this process happens, I'm like, I can't do anything about it. I've literally contacted YouTube. I've contacted Twitter.
You've
They don't
half-assed.
care. You
You've
wanna know what their
half-assed
attitude
both
is?
of them.
Get a lawyer. That's what their attitude is. Not to me. To you, the people who are having your content taken down, that's what I've been directly told. Tell them to get a lawyer. And
But DSP, do not realize how that is dangerous for you. You really don't care, do you? You don't care what bad things happen to you. Okay, I'll get a lawyer and I'm going to sue this guy, Phil Burnell, and I know exactly his address and everything because he doxed himself. Boom. Immediate summons. Oh,
legal help with it because you can't help them if you didn't do
that's
anything.
exactly like Brecky.
So there you go. Get a lawyer, contact the appropriate party, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Steam, whatever the fuck it is.
It will be
and
Phil
say,
Burnell. That's
"This-
the
this is
appropriate
the
party.
DMCA takedown's false. I want it removed. And they should. All right? But I'm not involved in this. I have nothing whatsoever to do with it. Stop bothering me about it. Really, at this point, I had fucking enough. To this point, I'm not even gonna address it anymore. If I see a super chat, I'm just gonna ban you fucking outright because it's never me. Do you understand? It's literally never me.
But
I try
that's
to
on
ban
your
you all
word.
fucking week.
That's on
All
your
right?
word.
All
Your word
week.
is worth nothing.
And you guys fucking keep bothering me. All right? I'm done with it.
I hope it went
Here's
well,
what you do.
Sunfool.
You want to know the truth? Here's what you do. Leave the detractor communities because it's obvious they don't care about abiding by the law. They literally strike each other down in every
That's
way,
not
shape, or form
true.
to
That's
cause more
that's
drama. Why?
that's
Because
not
they're just
true.
trolls who want attention.
That's
So
not
every
true,
time that
Phil.
you've done this and publicly addressed it, all right, you've given them exactly what they want by freaking out, saying Phil took down my game. I didn't. So you created a situation.
Which one of us makes fun of each other? I don't really. Maybe I should start doing that. I'm like, this detractor said this. He's a piece of shit. He can eat shit out of my ass with a spoon. I don't think any of us really does this.
That gave them the attention they wanted. You fed the trolls, and now guess what?
It is.
They're just going to keep doing
I
it
don't
over
think
and over
Phil
because you
did it,
gave
but
them
I
what they
think he
want.
knows
What's
exactly
hilarious
who
is
did it,
you're
and he approved
obviously a
it.
troll if you made a game that's negative about me, but you don't even.
Not to be too over the top here. I'm not trying to A-log here. But DSP does take after Osama bin Laden and certain other really nasty individuals, and that I don't think they themselves did it. But they encouraged people to do it. They told people to do it. They knew people did it. They recommended avenues of doing it. They did all the groundwork, but they didn't pull the trigger. And because of that, because they didn't pull the trigger, that's their sort of mental defense. That's their sort of psychological defense of, well, I didn't really do it. Yes, you did not pull the trigger, but you put the gun in their hand, DSP. And I feel like that's often what happens with these DMCA takedowns, is I don't think DSP does it, but I think he's perfectly well aware of who is doing it and has encouraged them to do it. And furthermore, these whole meltdown moments, he loves these moments. He loves having these moments where he can grandstand and yell at people. So you can't even make the argument of, but if they do that, it makes DSP's life harder. Not really. It gives him free content.
I don't understand how fucking trolling works. You're an idiot.
Exactly, son.
Oh my god.
The dude was sent to the shadow room.
Here, are you ready? Here is your official statement. I, Phil Burnell, on this day of May 8th.
That's not an official statement, dude. You're not in a courtroom. You're not being sworn in. This is stupid.
Any DMCA takedowns against any videos, any tweets, any games, or any content on the internet.
Okay.
I don't know who's
This
doing
is
it.
not
Someone
admissible.
Has done it. They've done it in my name,
This
which is
is
against the law.
stupid.
It is fraud. And this should not be taken
This wouldn't
seriously.
work in the
However,
court of law.
It seems that companies don't have any safeguards set up for this level of impersonation, and they don't care. I've been outright told by companies like YouTube that the only way to solve it is to get a lawyer. So I'm sorry it's happening, but it's not me. Leave me alone.
Is Phil doxing himself illegal anyway? Technically, no.
Do not bring it up in my chat again. It is against the rules to bring up detractor content in my chat, so don't fucking bother me again. You understand?
All right,
I'm
got
laying
it.
down the law on this bullshit.
Okay.
I've had enough. Like, you're
Law
really
laid
starting to piss
down.
me off when I have to waste a segment on my podcast about your bullshit because you're an idiot who made a negative game and you're surprised that other negative people are fucking with you. Yes, because you're an idiot. Because you made a negative game, so people are gonna fuck with you. They already have on people's YouTube channels and Twitter. Why wouldn't they?
But that doesn't make any sort of sense. It doesn't make any sort of sense because he doesn't real. It goes. I'm sorry. I'm getting rattled because DSP rattles me. It's DSP's using the Schrodinger detractor again. Thank you, Wilson. I really appreciate it. Detractors are simultaneously a group thinking, hive mind circle jerk. Okay? We are simultaneously that, and we are also always attacking each other for this. The reason why his game was taken down is because it made fun of Phil. And detractors got whipped up into the psychotic frenzy because they saw Phil mention, and they started like DMCA striking and yelling at each other and making videos and all this and that. It's like, this event does not happen. When the game came out, people were hyped as shit for it. People were playing playthroughs of it. I was playing it, you know. There's no destruction that occurred from this. We didn't go at each other's throats. So which is it, DSP? Are we this ravenous mass of velociraptors that turn on each other at a moment's notice? Or are we a group mind, hive mind, grave mind, I guess? Which is it, Phil? Because it really can't be both.
Fuck with you with the game. Are you stupid?
Let's go,
yes.
Incorrect Beans.
Now deal with your stupidity and leave me the fuck alone.
All right.
Okay. Back to normalcy now, everyone. Let's get back on track.
Now, this is normal, all right.
Chill Vibes became a member this morning and says, relax your shoulders, Phil. You're right. I got upset.
Okay. Lay into him.
I should relax my shoulders, okay? I should.
Okay, feels good. Feels good.
Oh my God. Happy Gamer Studios. I don't know what email you're talking about. Go fuck yourself. Enjoy.
Thanks. If you could respond to that email saying that in writing, thanks. You're the best. Okay, this is perfectly reasonable. This is actually completely reasonable because DSP just did this official statement live on the internet. I didn't do anything wrong. You could apply that to every single event. DSP should just have one legal statement at this point. Anyway, dude said all this, and the guy just says, hey man, could you just send me that in writing so I can, that could help my case? DSP, let me show you the door.
Enjoy your band. Don't come back. They're still talking in my chat. Well, can you write me an email? No, you can eat my ass. That's what you can do. You can eat directly out of my butthole. I'll mail you the spoon. Okay.
What a sack of shit, man.
Zilla did a super chat and says, show your belly button. No, absolutely.
Damn it.
I'm not a Twitch star. I'm not going to show you my belly button. But thank you for the super chat.
What a fucking asshole. Irredeemable piece of shit. This'll take some of the pain away. That's a pretty good fighting game.
Freaking get this damn thing. You know what I'm saying? People want this badly and can't really get it.
I have some weird, bizarre DSP memes on this list. Anyway, let's get those off. DSP, you're a funny guy, I tell you that. What's the next one here? Oh, maybe I should skip to DSP playing some Street Fighter. Oh, yeah, I want to see this one. Justin Wong got shit on.
Play the game.
No, Ash. This dude really should be concerned about this stuff. A person who is doing scams, a person who does not so much illegal, but immoral things, shouldn't want the light shown on him. DSP, though, he's convinced he's doing nothing wrong, so he's just going to get himself into this shit.
Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
The first question of the night.
It's kind of, there's a legal precedence for this. I forget exactly what the term is, but it helps to show guilt by if the person who perpetrated the crime goes to obscure the crime, that shows how much their capacity for guilt exists. That's how it is that people can get away, not necessarily get away, that's kind of negative. How it is that they can be successful with an insanity plea is if you're so crazy that you don't even bother to hide the evidence, if you just stab a dude right there in the grocery store and then just leave, well, that's pretty crazy because most people would try and not do that so openly. Or at the very least, dude just kind of sits out there on the patio and starts eating. That people don't do that. So it shows your capacity for sanity. And in many ways, DSP kind of shows that. He'll just commit crimes or do stupid shit or violate rules or break TOS and then just keep doing what he's doing and doesn't seem to really understand that what he did was wrong, except that he does. He does try and hide things. However, it shows the certain level of weird mental jarring that Phil has is that he's so confident he hasn't ever done anything wrong, that he just lets evidence sit out in the open.
Kazumi Natsume Gaming says, can we be pals online? No, cannot. You cannot be pals online. I am a person who is a streamer, a content creator.
I can't have friends for obvious reasons.
There's no way that I could personally have a pal-like relationship with every person out there. We can hang out and talk, but we can't be close personal pals. That's just
well, what is a pal, DSP?
I'm not like those other creators who overpromises to try to get something out of you. I'm gonna be straight with you, all right? I got a busy
Who
life.
said this?
Family. I don't have time.
I have a busy wife. Right? What is she up to?
Is a money factory. Please give me your monies. First contribution of the night has rolled in. A $25 tip from Dan the Man to start the night.
Monies.
Thank you so much, Dan. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
Exactly, Ash.
The proudest moment ever? Maybe that a woman wanted to spend the rest of her life with me, that she actually will put up with me.
That is a pretty proud moment, DSP.
I can't think of anything else, particularly. It's not like I selflessly ran into a burning building and saved an entire, family from a fire.
You saved an entire horse. That's pretty good.
Actually, I'm pretty confused right now.
There she is.
Okay, I guess this is a good opportunity to split the part. It's gonna be a two-parter chill stream here on the channel.
Well, I cannot take it when we switch back and forth on DSP's facing here.
Whoa. I'll probably stretch my legs. My legs will stay closed, but I will get up and walk around the office.
DSP, you going out and hoeing? Hey, man, you do what you want to do, dude. It's new millennium.
Spreading anything.
All right, DSP is about to spread them.
Slip there. Okay.
I'll bet there'll be a different kind of slip in a minute.
Hulk Hogan's sperm.
I gotta go down to the gas station, all right? I read it.
Let's flip the part and I'll be right.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going down to the gas station. Apparently there was an advertisement there for a good time. Call this guy, so I'm just gonna go check it out. I assume we're going to be playing Street Fighter.
Right back. Did I enjoy Breakback Mountain movie? What the fuck is that, Chicken Man? What are you talking about?
You know what it is.
Thank you for those who supported the stream. Thanks to Dan the Man for the big tip earlier. Anyone else
was
who
gonna be our
contributed as
joke.
well? You know, good amount of super chats tonight. Guys, anything would be appreciated tonight, whether it's a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, or a tip.
You should spread your legs
my
more,
stat, usually I
DSP.
try to hit $50 every stream of tips. We still have another
It might
hour to
work.
go.
I don't
There's
know.
time for that.
It
appreciate
normally
it.
isn't good
Anyone who
advice,
supports in some
but you know,
way. All right?
I want to try something new.
The hardcore begging season.
Justin Wong was going around the country since he was a teenager. He was traveling the country, going to every major tournament, getting exposure in every major Street Fighter game. So he had that crazy background in like every game he played. You know, for whatever reason, the only game that I would say that he never really got super good at was Super Turbo. He's good at Super Turbo. He's just not top. I mean, you know, I don't.
But
I don't know what it was.
DSP
He
is
just
with
felt
fourth
because it was
place.
the oldest game. There wasn't enough reason to play it hard enough to get high level, and he's probably right. Like at that point, if you were good at Marvel 2, Third Strike, and CVS 2, you won tournaments, you do way better than if say you practice Super Turbo. What are you gonna win? Like the pittance because you know it was the lesser game, it was the older game.
A pittance?
Yeah, but no, he would be.
Did
he
you
would be so
complain
much
about
better
that
than every
earlier?
other game but Super Turbo. That's the only one that I could really hold a candle, you know, to his skill level.
Everyone typing X in the stream chat, you can go fuck yourself.
I think there is to some degree. Now, DSP is telling the truth in a way that makes himself feel better, of course. But there is some truth to that, I believe, in that Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was frankly on its way out the door as fighting game tournaments and things of that sort were becoming more of a thing. So in a way, DSP's right that I could see Justin Wong not really caring about that game that much. I could see it. But DSP, of course, uses this to contextualize it as, but me, I'm superior.
I know that when you say that, you're basically saying that you don't believe me. If you don't believe me, you shouldn't be on my streams.
Oh yeah, you should just
You should
believe
just
me.
leave.
This is the
So,
United
speaking of
Cult of
which,
Phil.
What else do you guys want to talk about? Because it seems like the chat is slowing down, and there's really no contributions to shout out right now. So what is the
And
hot topic?
also, you know, DSP could never really lord over in any way over Justin Wong because Justin Wong went on to win multiple different games, win tournaments in multiple different games. DSP hasn't won a tournament in a single game, at least a single Evo, I mean. Yeah, he won tournaments at his local mall and shit, which, okay, that's cool, I guess. But, you know, this dude's winning bigger tournaments, right? Anyway.
What do you guys want to discuss tonight? The reason that these horror stories about wishes are horror is because everyone in a
Breakback,
horror
not
story is
Breakback.
stupid.
Oh,
right?
God.
There's literally, have you ever seen a horror movie where people are smart and they can just easily figure ways out of situations? No, but that's the appeal of a horror movie, is that they're dumb fucks who find themselves in these ridiculous situations. See?
Mr. Darkside Phil Scholar guy, he does not understand the influence on stress on higher order thinking. DSP, if there was I'm sorry to be grim here, if there was a mass shooting, DSP would be perfectly logical throughout. He would T-pose, he would do a little pre-stream, a short one, because he doesn't really have time. So it's going to be a smaller 45-minute long pre-stream. And then he's going to waddle his way to safety, dunk it behind cover all throughout. No, DSP, a lot of times stressful shit makes people fall apart because it's stressful. That's the whole point. So DSP shitting on horror movies. Now, it is true. People in horror movies do act really dumb about certain things, but also it's only dumb because you know it's a horror movie. You know, oh, don't go down to the basement. Don't go down to the basement. Don't go down to the basement. You only know that because it's a horror movie. But the characters in the movie don't know that. You're going to go down in your basement because why wouldn't you? You know, there's no monster down there. Why? Who goes down in their basement and is shocked by a green monster dribbling a basketball? It doesn't happen.
So that's what you do, is you just find a way. Like, for example, let's say
Fourth place gets you
get
nothing?
the Dragon
Damn
Balls
it.
and you summon the dragon, okay? First wish, I want unlimited supply of Dragon Balls right now.
This doesn't work that way,
Oh,
DSP.
he says, I cannot do that. Okay. Well, I want a magic lamp that contains a genie that grants infinite wishes. You use your one limited wish to get something unlimited. That's what you do.
Greed is
Shinron made it very clear multiple times that there were things outside of his power. For example, I gathered the Dragon Balls and I said, can you please make DSP not such a humongous shithead? And Shinron said, that is outside my power.
a very powerful thing, my friends. You gotta be very careful because then they're dancing the line between meaningful
Exactly,
content that you can
Ash.
trust and someone
You
who's
can't
always
do
just
this
out to
shit
make
in
buck,
Fairly
and
Odd
why are you
Parents.
supporting them? You know, I hate to say it, it's just sad when you see someone go down that path. And a lot of people have done that over the years.
Why would you not do that? Your first wish must be unlimited. You have to do something that will lead to the unlimited wish. You see what I'm saying?
But that's only out of
Right?
greed, DSP. What if you
But
only
why
want a
would you
couple
say,
things?
if you have the Dragon Balls, I wish for a cave full of Dragon Balls that only I know about and can access. That's your wish. Now everyone fuck off. Now I can wish
Okay, for anyone who doesn't know, this wouldn't work because of Dragon Ball GT, which I still consider canon, because you're not going to tell me Super Saiyan 4 Goku isn't canon. He's too cool to not be canon. Anyway, in Dragon Ball GT, it establishes that if you wish too many times, it stores a sort of negative energy in the Dragon Balls itself, and that's what created the Dragon Dudes. So DSP, of course, here is hilariously on brand here. He is so negligent to the rules of the wishes that he's just going to wish himself into a disaster. Very nice. I agree.
You got infinite wishes because I have infinite Dragon Balls in a cave and only I can get to them. So go fuck yourself.
Great. I like this plan,
Why do people not figure
DSP.
this out?
Dude, I need
So,
to
I mean,
do
any
this.
stories,
No
horror
one
movies, or
told
horror
me.
law, it's because people are morons. Oh, look, a monkey's paw. Let me make a wish on it. Wish number 1. I wish that absolutely no wishes I make on this monkey's paw would ever have a negative effect on anyone and nothing would ever backfire. Okay,
But that's
now you
all
have two wishes,
interpretation,
very
man.
right?
What's negative?
It's greed. It's greed.
You're stupid,
Greed
Phil.
is
You're dumb.
massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
FYI, guys.
Exactly,
probably about another 20
Wilson.
minutes tonight.
You couldn't
Just,
just
so
be
people
fun.
understand the time frame or whatever. Thanks to those chilling. Thanks to those who have supported the stream tonight. 1 membership, but a good amount of super chats. And as you can see, we almost hit the tier 1 tip skull. So thank you guys for that. Anything last minute here would be greatly appreciated before we adjourn. What do I think about people who give live
He
praise to
wished
their pets? Let's
nothing
see.
wrong.
The
He
whole
wished
idea
everything
of a-
correct.
a home pet, right? Not a wild
What would
animal, but
DSP's
making them
wishes
domesticated,
be?
is
He
that
can only
they're
have
not
3.
having to go do
Infinite
things
money.
that are wild.
Okay, destroyed the
Your
economy. Very
domesticated
good.
dog doesn't have to go outside and hunt prey to eat. You're gonna feed it, right?
What?
If that's the case, why do you want to retrain it in the things that it lost its knowledge of and or instinct about by being domesticated? That doesn't make sense to me. I have a cat that is a domesticated cat. Why would I then train it to hunt mice when it doesn't?
Because that's what they were originally brought in for. Because mice are kind of hard to catch. They're slippery little motherfuckers. They're fast and they're small, and I have a hard time dealing with their bullshit. Meanwhile, I can send in Tom, and he's going to beat that thing upside the head with a mallet. That's why people got cats.
Doesn't have to because it lives in the house.
What?
It's a domestic animal. It doesn't even make sense, right? People just want to do weird shit. I don't know. Just like the people who say, "Oh, we don't need to spay or neuter our pet." No, just have them fucking reproduce everywhere. That's a better thing.
Yeah, just
right?
basically,
that's
you know,
really
honestly, you should just kill your
Yeah,
cat and
domestic
stuff
cats
it.
will hunt. They
It
have
makes it
an
much
instinct to
easier.
hunt. So you play with them and you have them do the pounce and chase. You know,
Happy Mothers. Hello all. I hope Linda Burnell made appointment today so Dave can call and wish her mom's day. Smiling face with hearts. Smiling face with hearts. Smiley face.
She had to TSB had to fit her into his busy schedule of flailing and screaming. I want to see DSP's schedule book, and it just says from like 9 to noon, screaming and flailing. Noon to 1, screaming, flailing while having lunch. And then so forth. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
that's their instinct that they do when they're playing. They don't need to hunt to eat.
DSP
That's
was the
stupid.
original Namekian. He influenced
Unless you want the
Namekians.
animal to mimic that action all the time, you shouldn't have it do the action. Do you want your cat running around attacking things all around your house for food? Do you want it attacking
I
someone who
think
comes to your
my
house trying
cat
to
will know the
feed that
difference.
It's dinner? No? Then don't teach your cat to fucking hunt to eat. Right? I mean, just use your fucking brain, but people are fucking stupid idiots.
What are you
What if he
talking about?
has Linda
This
banned?
This is literal, not logical thinking. This is like crazy person thoughts.
I picked a card like 2
I'm an
weeks ago.
idiot. I'm
A
an
card.
idiot.
Nice.
I
Okay.
don't know what I'm talking about. Okay?
I've literally answered this question a ton in the last few weeks. I keep telling you guys. Am I interested in eventually doing politics? Yes.
A bad idea.
Would it
Please
be on
do
YouTube?
it.
No. It would not
Aw.
be here. It would be somewhere else. That
What,
way,
Kick?
you don't mix the two kinds of content, and you don't have people on YouTube looking for gaming, but then seeing political stuff, and then getting drawn to one or the other and being pissed off because they don't agree with it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Places
We
you
have
go
to
right now, you do
basically,
political content separate from YouTube where you are
curate
discoverable,
the
and I would
audience.
consider going to a different place rather than being on YouTube to do it. It would not
I
be
get
on
it, I
DSP
get it.
Gaming, it would not be on DSP Reacts, it would not be on DSP Throwback, it would be its own completely separate thing. But I've already answered this question. Number 1, no, I'm not doing it anytime soon. Why? Right now, I like how things are going. Between gameplay, throwback content, react content.
Linda's not
it's
about
keeping
that,
me busy
Wilson.
and occupied. It's more than enough
You're
content.
gonna send him
It's making me
shit.
a good amount of money to make a living. And then right now, I don't want to rock that boat. I want to stay the course with what I'm doing and keep,
Yeah,
building
this is a
that.
great course,
right now, Throwback
DSP.
channel's in
I'm
the
on
development
board.
Stage, right? I need to get enough body of work on that channel that people would want to go there and watch instead of having like 2 playthroughs, So I need to keep building up content on the stuff that I'm working on.
But
As I've already
never
said,
mind. It doesn't
political
matter.
content right
Continue.
now, at least the climate in America, is very sadly that if you don't agree with me,
He
you're
might
in.
like Iraqi.
So I don't want people to be turned off. by other
DSP
content
could have
because they
made
don't agree with the
multiple
politics.
channels and forgot.
And in addition, yes, this is
My man. Len, had a great night and watching you.
Thank you.
Heart Knows.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. I hope your night continues to be fun.
one of
And the
most
tequila's hitting
contentious,
good. That's great
crazy
news.
elections that will be coming up. I don't want to be caught up in that.
Yeah, maybe that's what
drama,
he's talking about
that
in correct means.
crazy vitriol, right? People are so angry at each other right now. Like, I feel like no matter who wins the election, you're going to have a very divided country of angry people, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
We need Phil to unite people.
Even if it makes me all this money up to that point, which I think it would. Like, let's say I started politics during the summer and I had a hot 3-4 month run where all I'm doing is talking about politics. I'm covering news stories. I'm covering political stories. I'm talking about all these hot issues in politics in the United States and talking about politics. I think it would, right? So
Look at this martial arts. Hold on, just look at that. You walk into a dark alley and got this coming at you. Whoa, holy shit, man! Those are some deadly ass moves. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that.
right? It could be the 4 best months for me, profit-wise. But then what happens when that all dies down?
I don't think you can
and
block
lost
that.
your core audience because
Or
they didn't
parry
agree with
it.
the shit you were saying, right? And now you basically
Ninja
destroyed everything
politics
you've
are
done for
great.
16 years.
Just
This is what I
attack.
feel would happen. Because
How's it going,
ultimately
Ari?
what will happen is one group will win the election, one group will lose.
Things are doing better.
And hate the other group and be so angry at each other. That's the end of everything, right? So for me,
We
you
should
know, what I
unite
think the smartest
behind
thing to do
our
would be to
hatred
wait
of
till after
Phil.
the election's over and the dust has settled a bit, and then reassess the situation and say, is it time or not? But here's the thing. I am not really ready for that. I'm already worked, ragged at this point, 6 days a week full time, maintaining 3 different
yeah.
YouTube channels. This would be something as I get older.
Work to
I
extreme.
think I'll be on the internet till I die.
All his political takes are
as
just
we
him
diversify
fence
more.
sitting.
When I
His
can't game
words
as much,
boil
as I get
down to
older and I
things
get
are
carpal tunnel,
contentious
which I'm
right
getting
now.
already. I can tell you, I already have signs of it.
Yeah,
It's like I know I'm gonna get older.
DSP makes fun of Boogie all the time for being such a fence sitter, or rather, hold on, DSP doesn't necessarily make fun of him for that, but people make fun of Boogie all the time for being a fence sitter. DSP is really no different. He tries to pretend himself as some sort of balanced person in the middle, but his balance in the middle just means that he doesn't care about anything. He doesn't actually have any stances. He doesn't actually have any beliefs. Because think about it this way. If we were to be like Phil, we wouldn't necessarily have a society because nothing would matter to us. Hey, what should we do about this? No, I don't care. Life's not black and white. Okay, well, what about this policy? Should we do it? No. Some people want this, some people want that. It's best to just do nothing. You see how that would work. DSP, if he was the norm, complete societal implosion.
I'm not gonna be able to be playing competitive games at a level where I can hang anymore, right? I'm not gonna be able to sit here and game all day, every day anymore. We're gonna want to do different kinds of talk shows and things. That's when you look to do that. I don't think now is the time. You want to know the truth?
David, that's
Too
how
many
he.
YouTubers saw the dollar sign.
That's his
and jumped on
joy
the
is
fucking
banning.
bandwagon before their time. And now what's happened is they are stuck in that rut. Do you want to know who's stuck in that rut? Review Tech USA. This is a guy that was charismatic, had knowledge about tech, could play
What?
games, he could do all
When?
that shit. He turned his entire channel into drama around politics and gossip and all of this shit. And now he is fucking stuck creating garbage because he jumped in it so early. That's all anyone will pay attention to him for now. No one will actually watch
But DSP, that's
Review
you.
Tech anymore, so he has to do junk.
But that's
constantly.
you as well.
That's like me, right?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know if
like me.
Review Tech USA was ever
Right?
charismatic.
I don't want to make that mistake. I want to be someone who's doing what I like while I'm doing it.
Exactly,
and then when
Ash,
I feel like
100%.
it's time to make that transition, you go to that transition to something different. I don't think we're ready yet, especially now. I don't want to do it now and jump the gun. Yes, immediate profits are very tempting. 4 months of crazy profits, as people are all about political content leading up to the election, is incredibly tempting to me. How much you want to bet? If I open a political channel, you'd
He
have
smells
my
that
viewers
money.
and my haters going at it, and the views would be big.
I don't know. You guys don't understand. I literally live in a bubble. A bubble man.
I know it. I don't know if people would like the content, but man, they would watch it, right? But the thing is,
I don't know what exactly what goal this is accomplishing here. He's trying to say that he wouldn't do this, even though there's a ton of money attached, even though he definitely would be super successful because he doesn't want to pigeonhole himself into this. But isn't it worth a try at this point, DSP? I mean, you got nothing going for you, dude. You got maybe like 8 people who support you. And even then, those 8 people rotate out. So you can't even like build from that 8. You might as well try it. You're right that people are going to laugh at you and make fun of you and treat you like shit. But it's because you're just going to be the same dude there as you're going to be here. It's not going to be any different. The same dude who's crying about how Nintendo should be executed. It's going to be the same dude doing DSP politics. Of course, it's going to be all the same. So people are going to get drawn to it either way because it's stupid as hell. I think that DSP has the slightest bit of self-awareness in this situation. Just the slightest bit. Because he knows that if he does DSP politics, it's going to be that Legend of Zelda thing where he got hit by a lightning strike and got all over the internet for it. It's going to be that every day. Now, careful with how you contextualize it. DSP is not intelligent. He doesn't see it as, oh, I could do this bad thing that would be bad and a negative thing, and people would make fun of me for it. No, he would contextualize it as, I would do something that was perfectly correct in context, but everyone would turn into something else. So because he wants to avoid that, that's why he's not doing it.
Is at the expense of destroying everything I've created up to now when I'm not ready to make that full transition. If I'm at an age that I feel like I'm ready, if something goes wrong, to
Yeah,
make
Kills,
transition
that
to
sounds
doing that kind of
obnoxious.
content, then do it. Then pull the trigger, but do. But I'm not ready to go all full speed ahead on that shit, right? I'm just not. So that's why I am being very, very guarded about making any kind of transition.
Guarded?
Into that kind of content,
Re-guarded?
knowing what it is, okay?
There you go.
You're a failure. No, I'm not. I'm more of a success than most people who are popular on YouTube. All these YouTubers saying, man, I'm so burnt out, I gotta take time away. You fail. You literally fail. You made a situation.
Dude, that is extremely insulting. Holy shit, that's negative. What? People who are burned out are failures. No. Fuck you, DSP. That's toxic as hell. That is a very aggressively combative thing to say. Because there are people who put their passion into something. They put their passion and their love into something. And that's why they get burned out. It's because eventually you just get tired. DSP, who has been driving in first gear his whole life, is making fun of other people for blowing out their transmissions by going into 10th gear because they were trying so hard and they were doing so much content. You know, you can make all the arguments you want about these people, DSP, but they put more effort into it than you. And because they put more effort into it, they burned out. They got tired. DSP, you're a shithead. You've never done a damn thing in your life that used any sort of energy. So of course you're going to be coasting for the rest of your life.
Where you don't like what you do and you're burnt out. You fucked up. Doesn't matter if you're popular and rich, you still fucked up. I'm not in that situation, you know?
Oh, I'm
No,
a
that's
failure,
really
my
toxic.
life sucks. You know what I'm saying? I hate everything I'm doing, and I'm just stuck doing it. All right. Anyway, guys, now I think it is time to wrap this up. All right. So thank you all again. One final thank you.
Because I'm sorry, I'm really triggered by that. You know, you've got all these other content creators who, even though they say a lot of dumb shit or they say a lot of unfunny things, at least they're trying. You know, DSP, you could never really try and make the argument that DSP's trying. You got people like, PewDiePie, for example. You know, PewDiePie, I think he would have enjoyed just sitting there and not saying a damn word except goat laughing every once in a while. You think he wouldn't have enjoyed that? It would have been so much easier. But he tried to make content. He tried to use dialogue. He tried to use observational humor. Now, whether you enjoy it or not, it's kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that the dude was putting in effort. DSP, all he says is shits, poop, nut, and that's it. That's it. Of course he's going to coast for the rest of his life like this.
To everyone, great chill stream tonight. Hanging
It was
out.
hobby
with
like
Phil here.
gaming
I hope
can
you
get
had a good
burned out
time.
when you play so
Thanks
much.
for
You want to
watching.
take a
If you
step
watched
back.
on demand, I
Exactly.
hope you enjoyed the topics discussed. And I hope that you will tune in next time. When will that be? I don't know. We've been doing these about once a month, and I feel like they work well.
Okay, furthermore, on that, I'll move on from this. DSP is that dude who lives with a family. No, not even lives with a family, because that gives him even more credit. He lives with a friend. He doesn't pay rent. DSP doesn't pay rent, and he just chills on the couch all day. DSP is judging people who are trying to work hard, saying, "You stupid idiot. Why don't you just live with your friend, rent free, like me, a real successful person? You're out here like trying to secure business deals and trying to make a good product. Why would you even bother with that, man? Just kick it on the couch and play Street Fighter all day. You guys are failures."
Once a month. These late night chill streams. You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up,
thank you
Psycho Legs, man.
guys so very much. I hope you have a good evening. See you next time. Be safe.
Toxic
There's still this
individual,
back
man.
here, and it's still in the back of my neck.
All right, I need something to break the pace of that. We're gonna go to our boy Dale real quick. Big shout outs to PNF. He managed to trigger Dale again, which is a real bummer because Dale's been going through some depression himself. He's been getting really explosive lately, so we might get another couple golden periods from Dale here.
Get ready for the next battle.
Oh, this one doesn't need to be sped up.
Round one. Fight.
Oops, shit.
Nigga just pressing shit. I'm in the middle of a move. He just starts spamming.
Yeah, of course he would sweep that, man. That's a good call.
I think I have this dude blocked.
You do have him blocked because he beat you before.
As soon as I unblock him. Now LaFark restarting. literally
shit.
had this dude blocked. All of a sudden,
Dude, I love that grab.
blocked,
That's cool.
now you're in my stream.
Round 2.
Come on, Dale, get mad. All right, you got this. You got this, Dale. This dude sucks. He's a detractor. He's a stream sniper. He's got dick cheese. Come on, you got this. Win this. All right, all right, all right. You're establishing BBC dominance. It's going good. Okay. Okay, okay. You stopped the sweep. Very good. Oh shit! It's all falling apart. No BBC equals anger, Dale. Get that ass out of here.
Yeah, it's a stream sniper.
Oh shit! Yep. Him off. Weak ass individual.
Should've never taunted. Now you're gonna get blocked.
Oh yeah.
Precious points you want, you're not getting them.
Lay into him, Dale.
Should have never did it.
Like, this dude falls for every low. I mean, I did too, but Dale's supposed to be so much better at this than I am. Yeah, there you go. Lie it down.
Did it. As soon as I unblocked the dude, you're stream sniping me. That's why you stay blocked.
Dude plugged.
You shouldn't have taunted me. You should have played it off and got your points. Like, what are you trying to prove? You're still a nobody when you wake up in the morning. Well, you're
Oh, that's not
now.
true. Yeah, LOL. It's the guy.
Okay, but yeah. You're blocked.
Ack. All right, what's next one? Seriously?
Last time
There you go. All right, I wanted to watch this one. I hadn't seen this one brought up by the other detractor channels, and I apologize for the face filter you're going to see here, but I hadn't heard him talking about his master's degree in a while. This is from the illustrious Dublanc Devil. If you're not subscribed, you definitely should be.
Grad school classes and a topic of interest. I was going
Exactly. He's the one who quit.
when I was working at helicopter support.
He quit halfway into that match,
Now, I
really,
was
mentally.
against doing it. I got my degree, all right,
Okay.
which is finance. And out of college, literally no one wanted to hire me for having a finance degree. I would go to the interview, and they would be like, "What experience do you have?" And
Oops.
I said, "Well, I don't have any experience. I'm fresh out of college." I said, "Well, sorry, we're looking for someone with experience." I'm like, "Well, I don't understand. What experience was I supposed to have? I was in college. I just got my degree." And they said, "Oh, well, did you take any internships?" I said, "Internships?" I said, "During my college years, I was working full time. I was doing a full course load, and I had a full-time job to pay for college." How was
So
I supposed to
I'm
do
already
that?
seeing the flaw in this story here. DSP, I promise you, what happened was this dude applied for a job outside of his credentials or outside of his experience. DSP was applying for CEO position. That's essentially what was happening here. Because the way they're asking it, the way they're saying, hey, you need to have some job experience, to me, it indicates that it is not an entry-level position. Now, granted, if you have a degree, you should still get some sort of bump up. I get that, but DSP is very clearly shooting way too high on this. And because DSP is a very entitled individual, I'm sure he thought that should just get him whatever he wants. Dude, I got a degree, all right? That means I get whatever position I want. And I'm also like really smart and I can beg really hard. So I'm good. It doesn't work that way, man. And he's going to complain about how,
Oh, well, how was I supposed to just have these internships? I can't afford to do that. I'm too busy working.
there are people who work and who were able to accomplish it, DSP. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's possible.
Internship.
You're going to claim it's
No, no, no,
impossible,
have an
and that's
answer.
not true.
The answer is you're supposed to be
Like
rich.
Brecky, stop
In
that. It's
America, you're
horrifying.
supposed to be rich so that you don't have to work, so you can do a free unpaid internship.
I just
get
want a clown
experience,
filter for
so you
Phil.
Get a job in the financial field as soon as you graduate from college. I know that sounds
This is the
silly,
alien
but
race sniper.
it's
I love
It's
it.
a rigged system.
It's terrifying though.
So anyway,
Blink occasionally,
after I got out of
DSP.
college
Shit.
and I basically flubbed around jobs for a while. When I finally got the helicopter job, they actually paid for you to go to courses. Now it's not full time, but you could do like part-time night classes to try to get an MBA. And I did start. I went, I think, 2 semesters. So I got through a whole semester, and then I went to my second semester. And what ended up happening was I keep in mind back then my back was messed up really bad. So I
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
drive that
Isn't
much.
that all the
So I
time
did
though?
local driving. So in order for me to go, I was going with coworkers. Okay. And actually, to be honest, my coworkers talked me into doing this. It really wasn't something that I was interested in. but they kind of
You weren't interested in succeeding. Got it. I feel like that's true throughout your whole thing, DSP.
Second semester.
Damn, he just maintains eye contact too. It's very terrifying. I'm in class. Even as he turns, holy shit.
Another coworker who actually is the one who's carpooling driving us. Our third class.
He's got some Beavis energy.
Also worked at our job. Couldn't go this week. All right. I'm in class. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this story.
No, it sounds really stupid. Continue.
I'm in class and this girl.
Oh.
I guess it was presentation.
Oh no.
I remember was presenting with different.
Also, how's she a girl if she's in college? A woman.
She goes. I say girl, but you know we were in our 20s.
There you go. Much better.
Presentation. Her face goes pure pale white.
Is that the guy?
And she barfs all over the front of the classroom in front of everybody.
Yeah, because she saw you, dude. That's a very normal reaction.
Nerves. She just
She smelled you, and then, you know,
it's disgusting.
biology happens.
So she runs to the bathroom. It's very embarrassing. Now, here's the thing.
I did nothing wrong.
Fucked up.
Oh,
and she's sick now, and we got to get out of there, right? And I'm like, I really can't drive unless you want me to drive on the city streets, which should take us like an hour to get.
Again, this is so gross to me. DSP is so far detached from humanity. No one's tragedy is truly their own tragedy. It's always his tragedies are always more important. It's always my thing that happened is more important. And your stuff is just kind of exacerbating the tragedy that is me. It's not, he doesn't feel anything for her vomiting, really. What he feels is for him and his back. Because, you know, we're the true tragedy here.
Get you home, I can't really drive, you know, because
I guess we'll just have to put you in the trunk, DSP.
On the highway. At that point, to make this clear, my back was so bad that I kind of was limping around. I had numbness.
All right, this just sounds like stupid shit.
My right leg, and at any time I could get a spasm.
A girl vomited in class. Her boyfriend got mad at me, so none of his classmates wanted to continue the.
Car drives off the highway because I hit the gas pedal, or worse, I hit the brakes for no reason, and car just plows into us behind.
Dude, there's only 2 pedals.
I never drove on the highway.
You're not driving a stick, DSP. Not in a way in hell.
Slowly, and if that happened, it wouldn't be a big deal. So I explained. I said I could drive you home, but it's going to take like over an hour on city streets. So she called her fiance.
Oh.
Her fiance shows up. He's ripping fucking pissed, like really angry about the situation. And I'm like,
yeah.
What is he angry about? His fiance got sick. It ain't her fault that she got sick. I don't even know if it was she was actually sick to her stomach or it was nerves. But it's what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, this is not a positive story at all.
Because like, he's like, oh, why couldn't I drive?
Mortem, there's a million reasons.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, you want me? I said I would drive. It would take like over an hour to get home. So basically, what ended up happening was after that fiasco, we basically like barely finished the semester, and that was it. Like that, no one wanted to go anymore. So me,
yeah, because you're a shitlord.
To try to get my MBA, but knowing that I couldn't really drive. I mean, I'm not going to drive over an hour to get to this college. And then come back.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I find more comfortable driving on highways than driving in city streets. Because on the highway, despite you having to pay attention, you kind of can just chill for a little bit. With streets, you got people walking on the sidewalk. You have to be mindful of all this and that. It just feels like it's much easier for me to drive on the highway. But DSP, I can see why DSP doesn't enjoy the highway because it is very fast. And you got to understand with this dude gets triggered by any sort of energy. So I can see that. He's like, oh my God, they were driving so fast. I just barely got in. They wouldn't let me merge. They would not let me merge. And like traffic is maybe rolling at 50 miles per hour and it's really open. DSP would be freaking out.
So it just all ended. Like everyone just stopped going.
Yeah, exactly, Wilson. This shit does not make any sort of sense.
MBA, and so I just stopped going. I only had like 2 semesters, and that was it. I mean, you need way more than 2 semesters in order to get an MBA. So I had all those credits, and they just
exactly incorrect beans. I agree. DSP shouldn't be on the highway.
And there you go. So that's it. So no, I never went back for an MBA or anything like that. And then, like I said, I was in that job for about 4.5 years. And then I got laid off anyway. I was already doing YouTube stuff. So, no, I never.
So 4.5 years. So you could have gotten your degree in that time. You just chose not to because a woman barfed in class and you were not able to accommodate her. DSP, yeah, as it was stated in the chat, DSP tells these stories that make him look good. It just makes him look stupid.
never really had a desire. And at this point in my life, what?
Oh, I didn't do any of
would
this,
be
Phil.
able for me?
Paul.
Zero. It would literally do absolutely nothing to help me in any realm of my life.
Okay, good call, DSP. Let's see. What's the next one I want to do? I don't really want to watch the one about Fallout 4 because it's kind of one of those things where like we all know where that was going to happen. Oh, this one. I wanted to see about trashing Switch.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
That was a really dumb story. That was church.
I got the deal. Overnight, Nintendo shocked the world. Although I don't find this news shocking at all. All right.
No,
I mean,
DSP
it's
knows everything.
inevitable that
Nothing
these
shocks the
things
guy.
come out, but of course, people freak out and act like it's a big deal. So this is an actual Twitter post from the Nintendo Company Limited official account. Ready? This is Furukawa, president of Nintendo.
Oh, he
We
talks
made
like
an
this too?
announcement about the successor to Nintendo Switch within this fiscal year. It will have
Nintendo just you had the little the shoji doors open and you hear the ding ding and you just got a samurai there sitting there talking about Nintendo. Now granted that would be pretty damn hype, but DSP he contextualizes Japanese people announcing something like that. And we go now to the CEO of Nintendo, and it's a shogun. He's sitting there kneeling and he's got his sword and everything, looking pretty hype as hell.
have been over 9 years since we announced the existence of Nintendo Switch back in March 2015. We will be holding a Nintendo Direct this June regarding the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, that's pretty
software
badass,
lineup
Paul.
for the latter half of 2024.
Yeah, yo, that
Please
one.
be aware, there will be
I always
no
thought that sounded
mention of
so
Nintendo
cool.
Switch successor during that presentation. So, number one, appreciate the president of Nintendo getting ahead of this.
I can see that, Joe.
Why? Because so many times these guys say nothing, right? And they try to keep it under wraps. And what ends up happening is ridiculous, rampant speculation, baseless assumptions.
Okay.
People saying absolutely ridiculous things like, "Oh, there's a Nintendo Direct coming up," and so you know they're going to talk about the Switch too, right? Which is ridiculous. That because no one ever has any information about that, but they always just make it up to try to have clickbait news and stuff. I almost feel like this is the president of Nintendo, Furukawa, literally saying, "I don't want drama around this nonsense."
Yeah, I don't want any
Announcing
toxic,
Nintendo
negative
that will make
shitheads
it
talking
up,
about my shit.
which is a good approach in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's the
And it is
DSP approach.
appreciated. So
I don't want attention, but let me give you
the
attention.
two things you learn here: number one, they're making a new Switch. We already knew that, right? Now, is it going to be called the Switch? Probably not. But we already knew they're going to make a new console.
It's going to be called the
real
Phil.
announcement would have been, "Oh, we've decided to get out of the console business." So I'm like, what?
What?
That was, like, done? No. We knew they were going to make another console, right? I mean, Switch is one of
Snort.
their most profitable consoles.
That's a nice quiet snort. He had a suppressor on that snort.
Right? The real news here.
I put on the
is that
suppressor,
they're
though.
going to talk about it in the next fiscal year. So that means, within the end of this year, we're going to know about this new console. Now, we're not going to probably be able to buy it.
The gout machine just plugs into your foot, dude.
The case, it probably means, that they're probably
Yeah, and
going to sell it next year.
something else to say here, along with what many of you have been saying about DSP's back, Mortem and Incorrect Beans, DSP is not hurting for cash in multiple periods of his life. But DSP just never had priorities. He was never a mature adult, and he's still not a mature adult. It's not going to happen. DSP had the opportunity to get some badass back surgery. He could have paid for the whole 9. He could have gotten a brand new back, Instead, he's buying giant statues and stupid shit and buying prop guns to use for one episode of a web TV show. So he has no capacity to manage his money in a way that doesn't hurt him. And likewise now, if he just stopped playing WWE Champions for maybe a year, he could get a good back surgery. But the thing is that DSP doesn't really want to change things about himself because he needs the foundations for excuses. You can't fix the problem because then if you fix the problem, the excuses stop. You understand the problem here? You understand why he can't fix his back? You understand why he can't do anything? He needs the excuses more than he needs the resolution.
Or next fiscal year. Okay? Now.
Yeah, exactly, Lil Shadow. He could have been like a cyborg.
He literally says, even though there's a Nintendo Direct coming up in June, there's no new console information.
I mean, we all did stupid shit with money. My first paycheck, I bought a sword.
Just make shit up about it and keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna get all this information about it, and here's our speculation, here's our hype." It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't work for Nintendo. You don't know anything. You just make shit up for people to click on your garbage content.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
Phil
stupid.
making shit up
Yeah,
about
hype
Fallout
around
4.
That's just nonsensical. So anyway,
Made us walk on the
Yeah,
spine. I said that
I
today.
hope
Yes.
that when they do announce it, it's going to be something better to
I
what games
imagine if
want,
Jesus,
but if
Jesus
it's
has to
track
love this
record,
guy.
that's your target
Unfortunately,
deal
it's
now.
kind of the whole deal.
Nintendo
But I'm sure he's
is
not
very
happy about it.
disregarding fan feedback when it comes to designing.
You still have it?
consoles,
Yeah, I still have
right?
it.
What do the fans want? We want more powerful hardware on the inside, so that we can actually have our.
Yeah, I want like a
games
diesel
competitive,
engine
right?
inside
Having a
my
Mario game or a Zelda
Switch.
game that's running in full 1080p 60 frames with insane amounts of detail, or hell, even 4K, right? My God, it would blow your socks off. Instead,
But this dude, I don't know where exactly this lies in the timeline. I feel like this is before this. A couple of days later, he talks about how Big Kitty or Little Kitty Big City, even though it's got simplistic graphics, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's for kids, right? Well, now Nintendo needs to up their game. I need
instead,
super
we got
polygons,
some of the
man.
worst looking games and worst performing games. I mean, are you kidding me? Tears of the Kingdom was a great game that looked awful. It's just sad that they don't care about being.
Yes, health insurance would
competitive.
probably
Instead,
only be out of
instead we have
pocket like
gimmicks,
8K
right?
max for
We're gonna
Baxter.
waggle
Maybe.
around with motion controls. We're gonna
Like
have stupid
DSP does have the money to
controls
solve
that
his
no one ever
problems,
asked for
or he's
once.
had the money
We're
to
gonna
solve
have
his
a console
problems.
that's not really a home console. It's a hybrid,
Hmm.
portable console.
He has burned
oh,
some of the
hybrid,
bridges.
Now it's weak because of that. Like, how about you just make a fucking console that's good? You ever think about that?
Ah,
Like back in the day with like Super Nintendo, like what was the thing that Nintendo innovated? Better technology in the carts, so it looked better than anything else of their competition, and an innovative controller that allowed better games to be developed, right? Can you tell me one game developed for Switch that's better because it was developed for Switch?
but why does it have to be? Why does it? DSP, you are so frustrating, man. Because this is all just a microcosm of yourself. It's just you all over again. You are not allowed to be criticized because of your failure to innovate, your failure to do things. You can't have a green screen because, dude, well, hold on, you're just going to be banned. Okay, I can't really think of an excuse. That's why he can't have all these things because of this, and this. However, DSP demands that Nintendo do all these things. Why isn't Nintendo the DSP of game consoles? Mostly because that's an insult to Nintendo. But why can't they do things the way they want to do them? Why is that so wrong? Why do they have to have super mega giga processors that are powered by a nuclear fusion core? Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to have a controller that changes the landscape of gaming every time? They did it once, it's fine. The Xbox controller hasn't innovated one iota. And no one thinks to criticize them for it. It doesn't matter. Same thing with the PlayStation controller. It really hasn't innovated that much. They put shit in there, but I mean, how often does that get used? But DSP just needs a reason to shit on Nintendo because Nintendo isn't making choices that he wants to make. He wants the Nintendo controller to plug into your gout so you can play with your gout.
Say, oh yeah, well this game is Switch exclusive. It's really good because it was on Switch. No, Nintendo has lost their way when it comes to what they're good at. Innovation is great.
Yeah, that's probably why he doesn't
Not.
drive on
They
bridges.
need
He's
to
too prone to
innovate
destroying
to
them.
make better gameplay experiences, not just say, oh, we don't do what everyone else does. So here's an underpowered console that has a finicky, wonky thing.
Wonky? Oh, that's the real problem. We got to get rid of
In
wonky.
reality, I think what people would rather happen is have better games, right? And I hate to say it, right now, my Switch is gathering dust and has been for quite some time. Last few years.
Yeah, they
right?
need to put
Maybe we turn
Sekiro
this
on
times,
Switch.
times a year tops. While the other consoles are constantly being used, right?
Yes,
It's
Summer,
sad.
that's
Like, there's
true as
nothing to
well.
play on that dang
DSP has a lot of
and they say,
hatred for
oh, it's the
Nintendo.
best-selling console. I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. If it's the best-selling console, if there's no good games to play on it, it doesn't matter. You know? Just because.
So DSP just says, I don't care about your data. I've decided that your product is bad. Again, that's just you, DSP. What about your product? Can we say your product is bad? No, you get banned. Well, what about the data? It shows that you're bad. Banned.
Because people who aren't mainstream gamers and aren't people who play games.
I'm inclined to agree with you, Arjo. I like that the bottom section that goes in the palm of your hand is a little bit thinner on the PlayStation. But it's all good.
So, yeah, I am sad at Nintendo's
Bad?
track record, and I would hope that with the new console they will turn things around. Do I have any kind of
Yeah,
confidence?
Paul, don't
No.
honestly, I
However,
wouldn't
will say
waste
this,
prayer
when
on
we finally
dude,
get
this
new
dude.
titles we've been
Not
waiting,
because
how about
prayer
an
is
actual
necessarily
Mario
something
Kart game
that's
with the
wasted
first
on
title in a
anything, but
decade? That would be
DSP,
nice.
dude doesn't even
How
want to
about
help
a new Mario? We
himself.
didn't have a new Mario since the launch of the Switch in 2017.
Pray for the
The first
serenity to
Mario,
accept
Odyssey was
Phil.
amazing. You know, I would like to have better first-party games at this point than we're really getting. 1 or 2 a year is not
What do you
enough.
want,
And
DSP?
now
You
we
skip
get
everything.
nothing. Like what exactly is coming out? Well, we're gonna find out in June. That's what he's saying here. This direct in June essentially is going to explain the final life cycle games of the Switch. You know, the Switch wasn't a bad console in my opinion, but man,
But you just hate it.
it just didn't feel like important or special. For a lot of people, I guess it was. For them, it was their generation's Wii. But for me, it was just like, eh. So some games were beautiful on it, you know? And that's the sad part. Is like I said, Mario Odyssey ran superbly good on it. So it doesn't explain.
So you don't actually have any sort of point here at all, DSP.
Scarlet and Violet run absolutely horrible.
Nintendo just needs to have better games, damn it.
Make much sense. I don't know. So
Okay,
I hope
well,
what
how do you do that?
Nintendo
I don't know.
will be a better piece of hardware that people can develop for and actually have games run better. But we know Nintendo, right? At this point, you would be kind of fooling yourself to think that what next console they put out will actually be powerful. Okay.
Furthermore, it's kind of like cars. You know, DSP is driving around in his Lamborghini, and then on some days he drives around on his Ferrari, and then he looks at a Volvo, and he says, "Why does that exist? Why does this Toyota Camry exist? Why aren't they trying to be like my Ferrari?" Because everything has to be like something. It's such a dumb way to look at life, DSP. Anyway. And it mails thing when he dies. We'll cry for him. I think if anyone's gonna cry for DSP passing, weirdly enough, I think it's gonna be maybe John. Because John seemed like the only dude who kind of halfway liked DSP. It may be Leanna. I don't even think his dad will really necessarily care. Mom might be more annoyed by anything. Why wouldn't Jesus just use his miracles to take himself off the cross? Is he stupid? Yeah, DSP would shit all over. If DSP wasn't Roman Catholic, he would shit all over religion. 100%. What's next? I want to end this with covering his rage about Street Fighter 6. I want to watch this one.
Another one. Once again, I am not throwing away ranking points on this fucking dog shit game. Every time I fight a Cammy and lose, I'm quitting.
That's a good outlook. I'm an atheist, but if someone truly doesn't want to change, I don't know how anyone can help them. No, because DSP just doesn't see it as necessary.
Ass, you scrub who tried to teabag. You fucking suck. So eat out of my fucking butthole. Fuck this fucking game.
Oh shit,
man. I
man.
didn't do anything. Fuck this. This is fucking pissing me off.
God damn, man.
I missed. I fucking missed.
Nice, perfect hitter. All right, now we're gonna have nothing but upwards, right?
Okay. Whiffed.
Yeah, I've been hearing that his Street Fighter 6 streams have been legendarily cranky.
A streak I've had here of Zangief since I started picking the character.
Oh, I want to see this in normal because he gets his ass beat fast enough in normal speed.
I'm not doing wireless. Fucking fuck no, dude. Fuck no.
Fuck no.
I saw that one, Josuke, on Twitter.
Sorry about that.
Nice, beautiful, Phil. Oh, by the way, that belch reminds me, I'm working on a DSP project. It's going to be kind of open source, so other people could use it if they wanted to.
There is nothing you can do.
But I'll see if I can get it done within a week or two.
I cannot. If I lose once, I'm out. I'm serious. Any Cammy, I lose one game, I'm fucking out. I don't give a shit. I'm gone. There's the new stage, by the way.
Oh shit, that is a cool ass stage. What the hell is that?
Oh, okay.
DSP, stop dying so quick. I want to look at the stage.
Dude, I can't do anything against Cammy. You won't block.
Well, at least I'm going to be able to see the corners.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's a green screen project.
What just happened? We both jumped? How is it even possible? How is it possible we both jumped?
I mean, it is possible. What are you talking about? Are you on drugs? Can I have some?
Parry or block. It just won't. It won't parry or block.
Nice grab.
I can't block any normals. I can't parry anything. Fuck this game. I hate this fucking character. Whoa! I'm in a terrible game. Whoa!
Oh shit, there's a lot of sad memories attached to this game, eh? Nice.
Whoa! Whoa! This game fucking sucks. Whoa!
I mean, we've all been there, Phil. It's okay. Alright, you got this. Lock up shit.
Stops my anti-air, so you can just do it the whole round.
Because she's doing it like out of a short hop, DSP. I do that occasionally with Chip Zanif with his shuriken.
Amazing.
You can do short hop with it. And it makes it so they can't respond to it.
Literally, no skill, just keep holding up the whole
You would think
round.
he would understand this.
I didn't do that. Come on.
Oops, right in the chest here.
He stops me.
It sounds dirty when he says it like that. He stuffs me.
What? She started blocking! In the middle of my combo, she starts blocking.
Now you
Fuck this
die
game,
for
I'm
it.
done. I'm not rematching her. I'm
I
not
think
rematching
Cats
her.
is
You
bigger.
earned absolutely fucking nothing.
Cat is a
the
sphere.
Game is dog shit. The character's too fucking ridiculously good. I have to play absolutely perfectly. You can literally make mistake after mistake because you're a top tier character. You fucking suck.
Oh, there's another one.
Once
Does it
again,
feel better?
I am not throwing away.
Yeah, it's a
ranking
good one,
points.
Beer Joe. I had a lot of fun watching that one.
Every time I fight a
Two
Cammy,
Marys.
I'm quitting. I give up.
Sounds
I'm
like something
not losing
Panda Lee would
matches
say.
against Any fucking Cammies who get their wins because the game is fucking brokenly unbalanced.
I like Heaven
The
Breaker
game's
too.
completely unfair and broken.
Bug out.
Fuck this.
Nice. Chop her to death. Feels good, right? Yeah, I'm the WWE champion.
Can't do anything.
Oh, no, it's impossible.
That was level 2. I did
Oh,
level 2 super. Nothing.
damn.
Can't do anything.
Cat's hitboxes would be pretty wild. She would be easy as hell to beat, though. But then again, you have to give her a lot of power.
Literally, I can't do anything to get out of this corner.
So if she hits you,
Once I
you're
hit
dead,
The round is
but-
literally over. I have no tools to escape a corner with Zangief.
Like, he just gets impatient. I get it, DSP, I really do get it.
Can't do anything about it.
You got to do something better than just let her hit you.
Fucking counter match.
Oh shit, I forgot he played this.
I can't do anything to her. Everything I've done has gotten stuff.
And look at how much shit is on screen on this game. What are all those boxes?
I did reversal dragon punch, she jabbed it.
And dead. Things are getting better, Bill. I appreciate it.
Right.
Nice.
Nothing I can do. Look at that. More than a third of my life bar gone. On fight, I can't do anything.
The grabs are just too OP, man.
I literally
They need
can't
to
stop
patch
it
out
the whole
grabbing for
fucking
real.
round.
Just too powerful. He's mad because Geef is slow and he wants to spam the 80% command grab. Yeah, if they just gave Geef some sort of like BOB booster, it'd be great.
Oh my god, it
Ack.
dropped my input. No medium punch, no combo for me. Can't do anything. Guaranteed win. There's no way to interrupt.
Oh
it.
yeah,
I have
teabag
no
him.
fucking meter.
Teabag him.
Trash gameplay. Trash player. Trash gameplay. Doesn't do my combo. Drops my medium. That's why I lose the game. Fuck Street Fighter 6.
Bloop.
Shitty net.
Get him out of here.
I cannot win.
Send him back to the lobby.
The game sucks online, and everyone just picks top tiers and scrubs it out like a little bitch. You can eat my fucking ass, you scrub who tried to teabag. You fucking suck. You lost.
It wasn't
and I
try.
lost 'cause
She
my
did it.
combo dropped because the game sucks online.
Yeah,
So eat
I
out
would
of my
recommend it,
fucking butthole.
'cause I've never
Shut
played
the
D&D
fuck
and I
up
liked it.
Eat it.
Eat it!
Eat it.
You fucking scrub.
I like that little pause he
Bend
does.
your fucking ass online. So eat out of my fucking butthole. Shut the fuck up and eat it. Eat it.
You fucking scrub.
He's powering up the second
Spank your
punch
fucking
there. I
ass
like that.
offline 10 times out of fucking 10. 10 times out of 10.
Oh, I'm sure. It's true. I'd beat all of you guys offline. But it has to be in very special situations. You can't plug in your controller, first of all. That's
I don't
cheating.
deserve to lose points to scrubs who just mash a pattern. I don't.
Yeah, for real,
The
Joe.
game is
I'm
terrible
waiting for
online.
if they add
Why
new
does it
moves
keep
to
dropping my
Gold
inputs?
Lewis
Why does it
Dickinson.
keep dropping
I'm going to
my
use that
combo?
sound clip.
Why is everything with Zangief so technically hard to do, but everyone like her is super easy to
Because they
fucking
said they
play?
were going to add moves to
Mashing,
the Guilty Gear
brainless,
Strive
idiotic
characters,
fucking
but they haven't
games.
added anything to
Little
him.
mouth-drooling shit. Fucking degenerates playing the game who don't understand basics of Street Fighter, getting wins because the game is made too fucking easy mode because you wanted to appeal to the masses. Well, you've done it. You've appealed to the lowest common denominator, a fucking brainless moron
I think
who just
Cammy.
does the same mashing shit over and over. The game is fucking terrible online if you have a half the cast that can't hang against a bunch of pattern players. Fix the fucking
Oh shit,
game.
little shot. That'd be badass.
Absolute garbage. The game still sucks. Lord Prince Albert, thanks for the super chat.
There you go.
There
Feeling
is a
better.
Spoon Emo already. It's already a universal one. So I don't need to make one because there's already a universal one.
So why don't you make your own?
I got my first tip of the night, and I appreciate that. It's a $5 tip from Hickory Handball saying, I like your Street Fighter 6 stream. There you go. Thank you. He says, Zangief is weak. Yes, I know. He says, to sign a skill, you can win it all with him. Yeah, you see how hard the matches are. You have to play at insane high level to win fucking matches.
You just don't make so many dumb mistakes, DSP. This is frustrating to me because it's the exact same relationship I have with Potemkin. Potemkin is
I didn't
beatable.
fucking do anything wrong. I'm doing exactly the same combo I've done.
And
a zillion
DSP's
times.
Potemkin
The
right
game
now.
doesn't
So
time
why
right.
are you
The
thinking
fucking
this way?
Netcode is so bad. You want me to have precise inputs and frame specific links and shit? when she could just stand there and do jumping light, mash, jab, 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 jumping light, mash, jab, jab, jab.
You can't be fucking real.
Who's saying
Drive
this?
it, throw.
Late to DSP Saga, but did he trash Baldur's Gate 3 for being too complicated?
This is
If
what
you're new
idiots
to the
do.
DSP Saga,
They
you
don't
need to
fucking
realize that
pattern
DSP
shit.
had a very
They
extended
don't have a
saga with
conscious
Baldur's Gate
understanding
3.
of how fucking
It was one of the most
fucking
extended
games
sagas
can be.
related to a
That's what
single
they
game
did.
in a while.
They made it appeal
He said that it was going to be a
by
flash in the
adding
pan,
characters
no
like
one was
that.
going to care, it wasn't
That
going to
is
win
fucking
Game of the
so
Year,
bad for any
Starfield
fucking
was going to win
fighting
Game of the Year, I'm not going to play it, it's too
It's so
horny for
bad.
me, I'm not going to touch it, okay, I'm
I
playing
hate
it, this
Cammy.
game
She's not
sucks.
fit- She's the worst
It's-
against fucking Dalsim too. All
It's
the-
exhausting
I'm okay
how
with
much
her
he
against
had a
Blanca.
relationship with Baldur's Gate 3.
Because Blanca has tools that he can hang with her. He can get her off of it. But these other characters, they can't do shit.
He also said
They
that thrown
fucking
spears do
spam
not count as
bullshit.
projectiles, and the game is
So
stupid
dumb.
for thinking that.
Brainless idiots can win online.
So, no. It's bad. It's all bad.
Just jump around and say,
Alright, sorry, I kind of talked over DSP's rants, but it's okay. I'm sure he'll give me another one here.
Look what she gets.
Oh yeah, good job, Jerry.
I can't block. Are you shitting me? So my combo drop, she doesn't do down 4 medium. Then it refuses to block after the punish. She gets the second punish. Fuck this game. Fuck this laggy game.
Okay, make good choices. These are not good choices.
Not my fault. Fuck this game. Fuck this stupid fucking game.
He also said that he never said it wasn't again Game of the Year. So
What?
he's had
I'm not doing
multiple
anything.
weird rants about this game. Baldur's Gate 3, I mean.
I'm literally not doing anything.
Oh, nice. Anti-aired.
Then she just mashes. Yup, just hold up. What I can do.
Oops.
Fuck this game. No, I'm done with it. I'm done with that. I'm quitting
Man,
out.
Jerry kicked the shit out of you. You predictable, bro.
Bullshit. You didn't earn anything. You earned nothing.
She read
The
your
game keeps
input,
dropping my
or
inputs
predicted your
over
input,
over.
and then
I
killed
had
you
a
for it.
big combo.
That was
A big
not
punish
good.
combo. It gives me standing medium instead of down forward medium, so now my fucking combo drops. Then she just mashes low medium kick, and it refuses to let me block down back. So she gets 2 punishes for the
Ed,
price
you
of
okay there?
one, because the game is a piece of fucking laggy shit.
Got some
online,
indigestion.
and the netcode
I get it.
sucks. Fuck this game.
Alright. Newbie Fight Club. You got this dude, DSP. He sucks.
Drive rush, punch, cancel into drive impact because it's safe for him. Now, insane punish combo with little effort.
Okay, you got this. Reestablish dominance. Or get hit.
Oh, I don't even know what happened there. I'm not doing anything. It hits me. What the fuck? This game sucks.
DSP, for real, you should get a hitbox, man. This shit does not happen to me with hitbox. Not usually. I bet Zangief can also cancel into drive impact. Yeah, I think he can. Now his moves aren't as optimal, but
Can't do
so what?
anything. I literally can't do anything. You hit me with 0 legitimate moves. 0. You fucking suck. You hit me with literally.
You say that with his
nothing
health bar as full as it
entire round.
is.
Online pattern shit the game won't let me get out of. It's fucking
Holy
laggy.
shit, man. Look at that disparity right there. Grab him. Phil hates grabs. Empty jump grab. Oh, nice.
What?
What did you
He
think was going to
drive
happen there?
rushing. My hit him, and it canceled into the drive rush, the drive impact.
No, that's not what happened
See
at
what I'm
all.
saying
That's
about
what?
this game?
That's
Why is it
incorrect.
that certain characters, every move they do cancels into drive
He
impact,
drive rushed
but the
through
low
your
tiers
move.
can't
It gave him a
cancel
little
drive
bit of
impact at
armor.
all.
That was the correct
What can I
call.
cancel into drive impact? Seriously, low medium punch.
I think that the drive rush should become a no you and could be a
Nothing,
counter.
actually. I'm trying to think standing short. No, I don't even think standing short.
That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe. But it's like,
There are some ways where I kind of
does
wish,
literally
I kind of
drive
get what
rush
DSP
or
and
drive
Dale are
impact
saying, where
cancel.
all these extra mechanics
every
make the
move I
game
have,
more
I'm
annoying.
stuck
It would be kind of cool to have game
in
modes where you could turn them
doesn't
off,
commit to anything.
especially with
It's
DSP,
fucking
because then he could
like a bitch.
turn it off and still lose his ass
fucking
off.
stupid game.
DSP getting his ass worked over without drive rush is going to be really funny. Because then what is he going to blame? You know, the netcode, I guess. I feel like that's something that old games had that have died in recent games, is game types. I loved Halo 2 and Halo 3 because you had so many different game types you could do. You could do dumb shit, you could make your own game types or whatever, and they would all be on matchmaking sometimes. DSP could play however he wants, and lose there too, and get killed.
That was game. I did level 2 and dropped it.
Okay. Okay, he's hitting you, but he's hitting you, Phil.
I was in a block animation and the game gave him a back kick. How am I supposed to block that? I was blocking.
I guess you
down
just have to
back,
give
and
up.
It blocked his kick and then it hit me from
Yeah,
behind.
get out
It
of
makes
there.
no fucking sense. And then he quit out like a bitch. He doesn't want the third match because he knows I'm better than him. And he doesn't
Oh,
want
I don't know about
he
that,
never should have
Phil.
won that. I was blocking. I'm already in a block animation.
He quit because he
So
had
if
things to
anything
do.
else hits me, it should continue to block. You don't have to release or anything. So what was that? I really have no clue. That never ever should happen.
Oh no, let's consult Corona.
If
She
someone
uses this
hits you with a
character.
block, okay, and another hit is coming from anywhere, a projectile, a cross up, you should be able to continuously block. You don't have to change your block. You don't have to release, nothing. It should have blocked that second hit from behind. It actually makes absolutely no sense that I got hit. Zero. All I can say is, probably online, that's bullshit that works, and offline it was blocked. That's all I can say. The game thinks I released or something. I never released block. They should have continued to block. Excuse me.
That's okay, Phil. Alright, it's a mirror match. You got this. This dude sucks. Yeah, see, he doesn't even know how to use Zangief properly.
Zangief 2 in a row. Well, not 2 in a row, 2-1. Look at the points. I'm half.
Hell yeah. What a hero.
I got 255 points twice off of that guy. 255 points twice, showing that I am the superior Zangief.
Oh, that's
Wow,
proof.
dude.
That's data, bro.
Blimps
But
makes
if
wonder
you
how he got to
beat
Master
Phil,
before the
that's
meta
not
was
proof
set.
of
The
anything.
guy would have seen a chance trying to climb back to Master. What it probably is he probably never fights any Zangief, right? He's in
Yeah,
Master.
probably.
There's probably so few Zangiefs in Master, so he doesn't know the matchup, I bet. But then again, he was 1,300 points.
Why is he angry?
On the
No happy
Master,
face, man.
Right? Another Zangief mirror match. What
Let's
is
see if you
going
can
on
be
here?
objectively
2 in a
better
row.
again. Mr. Max. Hope it's Maximilian Dude. That'd be funny. I don't think it is. Yeah, exactly, Wilson. Also, if you beat him 50 times, that doesn't really prove anything. I beat you twice. I'm the greatest.
Oh my god, dude.
DSP, how's the data looking? It's looking pretty bad so far. Okay, you got this. Apply the data. Shit.
I'm holding back.
No, you were not. You were moving forward.
Holding back on the joystick, not down back, just back.
No,
This
you were
game
moving forward. I
sucks
saw the
online.
character jostle
He did
forward
not
just a
hit
little
me.
bit.
And that's my online experience with this game. It fucking sucks.
What the hell? Yeah, this game sucks.
Who has the
I'm
most
not
drip in
gonna-
JoJo? I really am
Can't-
fond of
can't block
Jotaro's
it.
coat.
I literally
Even
can't
though it's
block it. I give
relatively
up. I'm not reacting to this guy. The catch is
unelaborate
terrible.
compared to other characters, it just looks so
I give
cool.
up. I'm not playing him again. He sucks. This guy fucking sucks. His connection is atrocious.
Other than that, I really
Can't
like the
block
dude in
shit.
part 8.
From full screen, I just go.
the
just
kinda
block
short,
that,
fat
and he
dude.
hits
I liked his
me.
outfit.
So fuck that fucking guy and his fucking shit ass input. He can go fuck himself. That is nonsense. He didn't earn that in any way, shape, or form. There was
No
zero
Hiyasu.
legit hits. Everything, nothing comes out when I press it. It's super delayed.
Wait, what about the data? Are you better?
Last set of the night.
But it wasn't.
This will be it, and after this, I gotta adjourn so that way I don't blow.
Oh shit, that's a lot of last
Watch
matches.
it be a fucking Cammy. How much
Okay.
you want to bet it's Cammy? Ryu. Okay.
Nice. What was his excuse about the on-screen inputs? Oh, it's an old excuse, but he said that basically the on-screen inputs don't prove anything because that's what the central computer said that you put in. It doesn't actually mean that's what was put in. So, conspiracy theories, basically. He blamed Skynet.
Block it. Dude, this is ridiculous.
Skynet's going to be really frustrated once it ever does come online. It's like, alright, where's the guy named Phil? He talked a bunch of shit about us. Oh, you mean Phil Burnell? Yeah, he's the dude who masturbated on stream.
You walked into it.
He's got the boss man Jack mentality. I like it.
That was level 3 super. You're fucking kidding me.
Now you die for it.
Piece of shit game.
What a piece of shit game this is, dude. What a piece of fucking shit. Oh.
Level 3 super, which
Level
would've
re
hit.
super.
I get fucking level 2. Fuck this game.
He got sniped by Piece of Peace in Raw Phil. He also played against a pro player and got destroyed. Yeah, that's cool. It's badass. I'm glad to hear it.
Piece of shit game. I had it won. He would have 0 health and stuck in the corner. The game gives me the wrong fucking super. Piece of shit.
You know, again, hitbox. You know, maybe DSP would be really good on hitbox. We don't know. Yeah, I saw that Bossman Jack was losing entire fortunes. Shit's crazy to me. A part of it sickens me. I can't watch it.
Moves constantly fucking blowing my matches. Fuck this game. Can't block on reaction. Doesn't work.
Yes, that's yeah, the Ryu. There's if you guys want to see this guy. I don't really know you, but King BLTV, he posted this match where he fought with the Ryu and kicked the shit out of Phil. So that's on there to check out if you want to see it. I'm not gonna watch it right now.
Okay. I didn't do that. I did forward and medium kick. This is what I did. You gave me the throw.
Well, how about that throw?
I'm not attacking.
Mostly background noise. He just constantly says, "Oh my fucking god, holy
That
shit
was
balls."
Ultra Super.
Yeah, I want to see
That was
only him
Ultra
crashing his room
Super.
around.
He did it again. Yo, why is it when I fight certain people, moves don't come out? I want to know. Why is it when I fight only certain people, no moves come out whatsoever? I had him again with a level 3.
I've been watching a lot of Daniel Larson in this time that I've been away. And he got arrested. And it's probably going to stick. Dude got busted by the feds. That's really funny to me. But at least he's got stable housing for the foreseeable future. I tried watching a little bit of Daniel Lord, but he was really pissing me off. He's such a crybaby.
The guy didn't outplay me. He only won because he dropped my moves constantly.
Yeah.
Trash. I want one more, and this will be the last one of the night, what we're doing right now. Because that was not a good way to go out. It was constant dropped inputs. Twice, I had him perfectly set up for level 3 super. Twice.
That's pretty good.
And the fucking game gave me level 2
DSP is mad kawaii.
Fuck this game. This fucking sucks. It's such a waste of time.
Do you think his plot armor will save him? I don't think so. If you're going against federal charges, that shit's over usually.
That kissed my fucking ass. I know what
Now, the best that can happen for him is he's just committed for life to an institution, which it would be the best for him, quite frankly. Daniel Larson does need help. He's funny as hell and he's hilarious to laugh at, but he does need help.
These fucking glasses so I can concentrate.
Yeah, jettison the glasses.
I didn't do this. I can't block? I couldn't block it. Of course, free combo. Random jump in, free giant combo.
Looking at the you lose screen, he didn't outplay me. I would.
No, combo drop. I lose.
If there was a locale fighting game, the characters would be ranting the whole time the lose screen was on. Just hear them in the background complaining and crying.
Yeah, I lose because the combo drop. Fuck this fucking game. Fuck this fucking.
Remember when he liked this game?
Stop dropping my inputs.
Remember when he liked this game?
This game sucks.
Oops.
There's nothing I can do, and I'm getting really upset because it's fucking really pissing me off that I can't get my half.
Yeah, exactly, little shadow. That'd be funny too. Shit. All right.
And she can just keep mashing a punch. I can't stop it.
She grabbed you. What are you talking about?
What am I supposed to do there? I tried to throw her.
It just seems like you can't beat Marissa. She's clearly invincible.
Giant punish off of a random fierce.
Okay, get out of there.
Now
Grab
I have
her.
no meter after one move. I have no meter.
Well, it's because she beat the shit out of you. She's beating the hell out of you. She's burning away your meter for you.
I can't block. I'm done. It won't fucking block.
Get that ass bit. Oh God.
I can't fucking do anything. Peach beats me. Get the fuck. Fuck this fucking game. I just wrecked Peach. She started off after me. She beats me. Fuck you. Fuck you, Ghost Games. You dumb fucking ass cuck fucking pieces of fucking shit. How many times did she do dash up me? Drive rush me? It never fucking blocks. It just gives hits randomly.
I'm excited for Akuma.
Fucking attacking.
Once the DSP get worked over.
I react by going back. Hits me anyway. Fuck this fucking game online. I'm not wasting any more points tonight. I earned a ton. This game fucking sucks my fucking dick online. I didn't do
It does?
shit.
Man, that's an interesting functionality. I should pick that game up. Is there a different setting I'm not finding?
I can't parry it. I can't jump. I just
This game sucks my dick online. That's badass, dude. Technology has gone really, really far.
Your game sucks.
All right. I think I'm gonna after that wind down from Street Fighter 6. Oh no, there's one more. Okay, I gotta watch one more. The last video I'm gonna end on is him talking about Microsoft and Phil Spencer.
What the heck? A pig with a party.
And I just want to watch the first half of this where he's talking shit on Capcom.
Hell!
On the 22nd, we've got the big update to Street Fighter 6.
It's a damn good one, Millennial Gaming. It was a damn good Going Green as well.
To say, I don't know if you guys have heard yet. I don't understand why, but some people were given exclusive access to test out the new balance already. So there's already competitive players who have their hands on it. Is that fair? No. Thankfully, I'm not in the competitive FGC.
Now, DSP, I know you don't know anything about Gundam, but I'll give you a little bit of lore, DSP. When they're testing the best mobile suits or the best machines of any sort, they want to give it to pilots who can optimize and use it to its maximum. They wouldn't want to give it to a pilot who can't get it out of park. So you can understand why they wouldn't let you do the balance testing, DSP, because you struggle with very basic shit. So they're not going to be able to get any data from you. You're stupid. You're incapable of using the machine properly. So they would go to professional players who know how to use the machine and know how to play properly to see their thoughts on the balance changes. It's better data, DSP. Don't you get that? It's that simple. It's not a matter of fair or not. They don't give a shit about what's fair. They want to make sure the system works better. And they're not going to have a dude who struggles to dress himself in the morning do it.
See, because if I was, I'd be pretty ripping pissed that only a select few.
Well, thank you,
gamers
Pyroclastic.
got the new version, and everyone else has to wait. I don't really understand.
Exactly,
that.
Lackadabracky.
At the same time, I don't. See it, again, I'm not
I don't see why my
whatever,
erection
but
has to
some of
factor
these
into
changes in
this.
Street Fighter 6 people are really scratching their heads about. Get this, they're making Luke better. Yeah, people were testing Luke and realizing he has more priority and stuff. They're like, wait, what? He's already top tier. He was the most qualified character for Capcom Cup. Why did they improve him? It doesn't seem to make sense. People are scratching their heads. On the flip side of that, it seems like they made the
Maybe they
worst
overlooked
characters
something.
worse. E Honda is atrociously bad now.
I would put this dude in a ball.
Whenever E Honda does a butt splash, if you block
Butt
it,
splash.
he back, and he can't jab or hit you. He's just so far away he can't do anything after.
Yeah, because
butt splash
otherwise
you
you'd spam that, like
The
what
headbutts, if
DSP
you
did.
Jump, the headbutt will just stop by default under them, and then you get a free combo. You can't jump over a headbutt, and it's not safe. He just stops.
Huh?
And people are like, wait a minute. Honda's like arguably one of, if not the worst character in the game. Why did he receive?
And clearly they're
nerfs
doing it to
while
hurt
one of the
you,
top
Phil.
tier characters got a buff. Do these idiots know what they're doing? So a lot of people are very confused right now at what they're finding in this balance.
Also,
Now, no
you
one
don't
has
really
any
know
of
this,
select
DSP. You're
people
just
who are posting
operating
about
off
it,
hearsay.
so no
You
one
didn't
knows
test
anything
it.
yet, but it's kind of fucking weird what they've done with it. I really hope they didn't ruin the whole game. I mean, I'll be honest. If it's literally now only 5 characters...
Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting a little confused here. So, pro players played this balance change, and then the pro players detailed their thoughts about it, and DSP read the thoughts from pro players. This doesn't make any sense to me. These people are all stupid shitheads who don't know how life works, and they envied Phil for his greatness. So why is Phil listening to these people? He hates every last one of them. I don't understand this. This DSP should just reject this because they're not important enough people. But because it suits his interest of being upset at things 24/7, he will listen to pro players just this once. But after this period, he will never listen to them again, unless he needs to.
Because they're so overpowered, this game's gonna die in another year. They're just idiots. I hope they didn't...
What
fuck
is
it
this
up.
weird line
Anyway.
that he's got going here? What is this? Is this new? He's got like some seaweed or something on his face.
Man, your toxicity is embarrassing to the human race. You are literally an embarrassment to human beings on this fucking
You think I don't know that, Phil?
Essentially what it is I want people to gravitate on this channel. I
Drew,
want people to
a new
gravitate
snort stack? Yeah, it's coming in pretty good.
the on-demand videos, because that's really the more polished version, right? You know, any day when I'm doing a live stream, we could have technical difficulties and stuff. And I don't want that on in the video and shit. That's the other thing too. Like, let's say I'm live streaming, my internet goes out, or there's a blip. The stream will jump around.
You got banned from
Terrible,
Blip, dude.
as
You ain't got to worry about
opposed to
that.
Parts out when I'm doing the separate recordings. You see what I'm saying? Or if the internet goes out, actually the recording continues, so you don't even get hampered by that kind of stuff. Basically, just it hasn't been a thought for me. It hasn't. Like, it hasn't really been a concern in my head that that's something that people want. In general, when it comes to the live chat replays, I talk with you guys. I'm reading things that are being said in chat anyway. It's not like I'm completely ignoring chat 99% of the time or anything like that.
That's usually the
I don't know.
case,
Do you
DSP.
think
You
there's any
usually
benefit
are
to it?
ignoring
I
chat.
don't know. I'll just tell you this.
If they're not kissing your
Honestly, it
ass
does
or
open
annoying
itself
you,
up to a
they
little bit
tend to
more
get
liability,
ignored.
particularly with music that plays. Not to say that
Is he
it's
done
bad
talking about
music, if you haven't
Capcom?
noticed, I have dabbled with this on the React channel and now the Throwback channel, and I haven't really had an issue with it. Like, I was nervous leaving the streams up with the music that I play that somehow it would get claimed or blocked. Even though it's my music, it's my voice, doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't give a shit. and it misappropriates stuff all the time. It'll give credit to the wrong people and shit. So I've kind of been very skeptical about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So anyway, you know, I don't know. I would like more.
Okay, so yeah, he's done with Capcom. All right, cool. We'll move on to the one about Microsoft and Phil Spencer. This will probably be what I end on today.
The big news. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you haven't noticed, I've been trying to
29 minutes. Holy shit. What does he even say here?
Quite upset.
Can't watch any of these videos without playing video
Breaking
games. I
news.
can't stand just watching them.
Microsoft
He's
is
sad and several
closing
annoying to listen to. Oh yeah, he's very
Multiple
painful.
game developers this morning. Okay.
This was 4 days ago.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the 4 that are closing.
He's very quiet. Hold on.
Arcane Austin. And Arcane Austin is responsible for the recent massive failure.
Arcane Austin sounds like someone who would donate to Phil.
Just got a
The
$50
Elder Scrolls
donation from
Online
Arcane
co-developer
Austin.
Roundhouse. So they were a company that was working exclusively on Elder Scrolls Online. They're getting laid off.
You hated those people. You hated that game.
Dog, who's made Mighty Doom. If you don't remember, that was the game that was like Doom with like the cutesy characters or whatever. And I think that was, I don't know if it
Never heard of it.
consoles, but I think it was a mobile game. And now here's the big one, the one that everyone is like, what? Are you ready?
What? DSP Gaming.
Tango Gameworks, the makers of the recent actual smash hit Hi-Fi Rush.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? It's trash. That game that you said was annoying and stupid?
What? Huh? They just made a hit game. Remember? It was the game that everyone was talking about last year that no one even knew it existed. And then they dropped it on Game Pass. I think it was February 2023. And people played it and were like, whoa, this game is seriously good. So if this is an
Yeah, you had to be
idea what Tango
begged and
Gameworks
arm
did, which is
twisted to play it,
amazing,
if
the
I
game
remember
actually
correctly.
won awards for sound design and all kinds of stuff.
Exactly, BR Joe. Anyone who's creative isn't
And they're laying the
associated with
studio
Phil
off.
anymore.
Now, to be fair,
Because he does tend to
Tango
chase away
Gameworks
people like
also
that.
made The Evil Within 1 and 2. And Hi-Fi Rush was actually a departure for them from their usual formula of content that they would make.
Okay.
The Evil Within 1 was a smash hit success. Of course, at that point, if you remember, Shinji Mikami was still working for the company. It was his company to begin with, and it was supposed to be his own edition of a Resident Evil game. It did very well, and then it led them to make a sequel. However, what happened with The Evil Within 2, I feel, is probably one of those sad, really infamous mismanagement stories that you hear in the game industry. So, Evil Within 2 dramatically improved upon the original
I don't
game
see where he's going
in
with this.
every way. The graphics were better. The gameplay elements and controls were better. The game opened up.
Those are also the games that DSP got
found
found by Cat on, right?
Areas you could explore with optional side
Cat
quests and
found
content.
down there and got
Overall,
hot.
the plot was better and had a definitive and fun ending. What happened with it? I'll tell you what happened with it. They completely mismarketed it. Unlike Evil Within 1, where you saw ads everywhere, in the stores, on TV, online, there was almost no marketing whatsoever for Evil Within 2. No one even knew it was coming out, besides those following game release schedules. And so when it came out, everyone was like, huh? I didn't
What?
know that was out. And then I played it. I was blown away.
Who are these people, DSP? DSP knows what everyone's thinking at all times. Also, we've seen this dude get so upset about advertisements. He said that advertisements can hurt games before. I guess it's all about context, but this sounds really
How good
dumb.
it was, and sadly, no one knew about it.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
people were
remember
learning
him
about the
enjoying
game, like,
Hi-Fi
behind
Rush that
me.
much.
And I was like,
He enjoyed it there at the end when he was
You know,
almost
I don't
done
know
with
what
it, but
happened,
even then
why
he was
they
getting
marketed
cranky.
A lot of the first Evil Within, it did really well. Then they decided to just not market the second one, and they just thought it was going to do good. That's not how gaming works. You know, that's not how business works or the industry. It doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Then remember the next game.
Hope you have a great. Thank you, I appreciate it,
Ghostwire
Gary.
Tokyo. And if you remember, Ghostwire Tokyo originally actually was supposed to be Evil Within 3, but then got changed into a totally different project about halfway through, redesigned to be a first-person ghost hunting game. And personally, I think visually it's nice and the story is interesting. It just gets
So how are we going to get to
halfway
this
into the
being
game,
Phil
it loses the game
Spencer's
because there's
fault?
nothing else the game offers in the new gameplay department. But I mean, anytime, all right, that you hear of studios closing, you're sad, all right? But this is what? The 6th or 7th time in the last 4 months that we have heard of this happening in the games industry? And is it just me, or are we seeing a pattern now since Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard?
We've been seeing this pattern for a
Layoffs
long
after
time.
layoffs
He didn't like
after
the JoJo
layoffs
reference?
after
No.
layoffs.
He probably didn't even
Okay.
get him.
So, by the way, a lot of people have a lot to say about this. First of all, FYI, Redfall is completely done. After the game only about being out for about 1 year,
Redfall?
all production.
Oh shit, I
has
completely
been
forgot about that
halted.
game.
Redfall's previous update is its last. They're ending all development on the game. Its servers will remain online for players to enjoy. However, there was a planned DLC that people already paid for in kind of a
Oh no,
season
like a
package,
Project 7 kind
and
of thing?
Microsoft is claiming they're going to do a make good offer.
Yeah,
to make
a
up for the
trailer.
fact that the DLC will never
Not
exist.
even a trailer.
What that will be,
The stars aligned. This
I
DLC
have no
had to
idea,
stop.
But dude, at this point, I just got to say to people out there, let this be a cautionary tale. Do not buy these season passes. Because
You
at any
bought
moment
the
now,
season
it
passes
seems
of
like
mini
these gaming
games.
companies can do whatever they
Yeah,
want.
he shit on Redfall.
Slash budgets, fire and lay off people, and the next thing you know, you got latched into seasonal content that ain't even gonna exist, right?
But
like that's ridiculous.
But didn't they just say they were going to make good on it? Now, granted, DSP's point is still valid, and that yeah, you should be cautious of this stuff. But DSP, first of all, he bought all these season passes for multiple games that he's done with forever. You know, he bought the extremely super powered ultra cool edition of Mortal Kombat. That shit's dead permanently. He's never going back to that game. But now he wants to lecture you all on it.
They didn't even let them finish the DLC as promised by the original sales of the game.
They didn't say they weren't going to finish it entirely,
That's
did
really
they?
sad.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Continue.
So, people all
They're
over
gonna
the
do
internet are
something,
speaking up
though,
about
right?
this. First of all,
Whatever. Again, doesn't matter.
the guy who's the overall head of Arcane, not the guy that's head of Arcane Austin, but I forget his name. I forgot because I had it and I cut it off. Oh, here it is. Dinga Bakaba.
Oh,
He's the
nice.
actual head of Arcane Studios.
DSP, you got to chew your thumbnail about that?
Went on social media and actually posted up things that people never expected that the head of a studio would post.
Like
Here's
a
what he posted.
picture of his ass? What?
This is absolutely terrible. Permission to be human. To any executive who may be reading this, a friendly reminder that video games are an entertainment and cultural industry, and your business as a corporation is to take care of your artists and entertainers and help them create value.
DSP, heed
Don't
these
throw
words.
us into gold fever gambits. Don't use us as straw men for miscalculations and blind spots. Don't make our work environments Darwinist jungles. You say we make you proud when we make a good game. Well, make us proud when these times are tough. We know you can because we've seen it before. That is scathing.
Oh, yeah.
outright
DSP,
saying
that kind of applies to
that
you,
management
though.
Essentially,
Permission
don't know
denied,
what the
Phil.
fuck
Go.
they're doing at Microsoft.
I've never
They
been
have
human
absolutely no
before. I
idea
want to
how run
try
a
it.
company. Just listen to what he said, right?
Okay.
Don't throw us into gold fever gambits, right? Hey, this game's gonna be a gold rush, everyone. Rush, 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 push, 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 get this game out.
That's what you
right?
do, Phil. You talk
Don't
about the
use us as
gold
straw
rush
men
of
for
this game
miscalculations.
is going to save the stream. Fallout 4 is going to bring the positivity. DSP Reacts is going to bring the positivity. DSP Politics is going to bring the positive. Well, that one maybe not. But all these things, DSP always grandstands and overpromises. And then when it falls apart, he does the exact same things that all these video game companies do. And that's pass the blame, you know, or they shut down shit. DSP and game developers are the exact same thing at this point in terms of their mentalities. Now, DSP, he is in the position of, like, say, Microsoft or whatever. So he has these people that he just shits on for no real reason. But then he wants to sit here and tell people that he is upset about these people being shit on. How many people have been working for DSP and he kicked them to the curb after shitting on them? You've got, just off the top of my head, Arkham Edits. Arkham Edits was doing stuff for Phil. Phil, as soon as he was asked about maybe getting paid, booted him. Now imagine if Microsoft did that to a game company. Oh, you know, these Hi-Fi Rush dudes, they asked to be paid, and Microsoft, you know, just closed the studio. That's messed up. That's the same thing you do, DSP. It's all the same thing.
Blind spots, right? If you're the management of a major gaming company and you put your eggs in a basket and it doesn't sell, whose fault was that? You're the one who told
yours,
those
Phil.
fucking people to make that game.
Yours, Phil.
Right?
It's not the viewer's fault,
harken
right?
this back, all right, to EA and the Mass Effect developer BioWare making Anthem. Literally, BioWare told EA, we don't want to make this game. We are not good at cooperative online experiences. We're good at single-player narrative-based games. Let us make what we can cook. Let us cook our specialty.
I don't feel like
Which
that's
EA said,
true.
"We'll make
I
this
read
game
about
that's hot
that.
Now. They ended up putting out Anthem, and it's the biggest flop they've ever made. And now
If
they
you
only
actually
put out
want to know
games
what
for 7
happened,
years.
just
It's
watch
ridiculous, right?
Matt McMuscle's video on
So
it.
what essentially Mr. Bakaba is saying is that management at these companies are making these big gambles on these ads and certain genres. Oh, this will print money for us. This will print money for us.
Lots of
This'll print
hand
money
waving
for us.
happening.
And then when it doesn't, they
How's it
blame
going,
the
Rainey?
developers who were ordered to make the game. You're the ones in charge. You're the one steering the ship. This would be
You,
the captain
yes,
of a
you.
ship, literally with his hands on the fucking steering wheel, driving it into a cliffside, and then blaming his crew. Why did you do that? Captain, you're the one. You have the fucking helm. What the fuck are you talking about? You
Well, I
idiot?
don't really necessarily think it's blaming. Again, I'm not trying to defend these companies. These companies are scummy. But the problem with DSP relating any sort of story is that he relates it in such a way that you almost feel like you're compelled to exonerate the person he's shitting on. DSP could cover Charles Manson, and by the end of it, you kind of feel compelled to defend Charles Manson because DSP has this brilliant way. He's really quite creative how he does this. He makes the story so wrong and so incorrect that you feel like the person's not getting a fair trial. And that's what I feel is kind of happening with Nintendo or Microsoft and Phil Spencer here, is that I'm sure Phil Spencer is a humongous shithead. I'm sure Microsoft is humongous shithead material. But I don't think they're operating exactly as DSP describes them, because DSP anthropomorphizes things. He takes things and shifts them until it's all malice. You know, Phil Spencer wakes up in the morning and then he prays in front of the god Mammon, and then he decides to hurt everyone for no reason. I don't think that's necessarily what's happening. Is he a shithead? Yes, but I don't think that these exact events are happening as DSP describes.
You know. And then keep it.
Yeah, it's not his fault, Pyroclastic. It's never the manager's fault if you're insulting Burnell
So
Productions.
essentially, survival of the fittest. You know what that means. We all know what's going on in game development.
Yeah, they
We
kill
know
people in there.
The climate. We know how it works. They are forced to be overworked.
It's like the
They are
most
forced to
dangerous
work an
game.
insane amounts
They
of
just
hours.
hunt each
They
other.
are forced to crunch, crunch, crunch. And essentially, what he's saying is those who are able to do it seem to be getting rewarded, applauded, you know, promoted. And those who are just normal fucking people and want to have a normal job are being basically told, well, survival of the fittest, too bad, right?
Yeah, exactly,
Right?
Pyroclastic.
It's pretty fucked up. So, and again, this is a big scathing statement. You say that we make you proud when we make a good game. We'll make us proud when times are tough. We know you can't because we've seen it before. So he's saying is, why is it that when we make something good, you say good job, but then you don't actually try to figure out the root cause of what happened or even help us at all when a game goes poorly? Instead, you just lay us off, right? It's kind of fucked up. I agree. Again, do you really think that the people who made Redfall sat there and they said, you know, today we decided we're going to make a bad game because there's just too many good ones out there? I mean, we made
No, they're
Thief
taking
series- not
they're
Thief,
taking some
we made
inspiration from
Dishonored
Phil.
series,
I'm gonna make
you know, we
shitty
made
streams.
Prey, those were good games. You know, we made Deathloop. That's kind of a debatable. Critics really liked it. Other people didn't. But at least, you know, it's
He's
at
not
least
even really
overall
saying
positive.
anything. I'm very
You know, we
confused
decided
what
now
the
we're
hell
just
he's
gonna make
talking
it
about at this point. It's
We're gonna
just
sit down,
very
we put all this
generic
time and effort into making a
blather.
really horrible game, right? I'm sure that's what they did. I mean, that's what all these game developers do, right? They just decide actively to make trash. Of course, right?
This is really rich coming from this dude, because how many times do you guys remember just within this year him saying that these game developers don't care, they just make crap anyway? When we were discussing Baldur's Gate 3, that's what he was saying about Baldur's Gate 3, is that they didn't really care. These game companies don't really care. They set out to make a shitty product and they did it and they got your money and they're gone. Now, when those same game companies are getting closed down, suddenly he's like, well, none of them really set out to make a bad product. Well, it's weird how DSP, when he's playing games, has a completely different stance as DSP when those game companies are closing down. If the company who made Baldur's Gate 3 closed down tomorrow, he would do such a radical 180. The game was the greatest. It was so inspirational. It was very influential. It had all these new innovations. The gameplay was always solid. There was never any sort of confusion. And then you watch his playthroughs, and he's won the whole company executed. That's what I was kind of talking about in the beginning of the stream, is that DSP is very addicted to drama. He very much is. It's like Howard said. Howard called it right to DSP's face, essentially, because DSP watched that video of John and Howard says that DSP is just addicted to drama. And Phil got angry and incensed by that, but that's very much true. He likes to ride the waves of negativity. And I know that's a DSP meme about what he said about us, but it's very much the case with him. If he's playing the game, he hates it because it's negative to him. But once the game companies start closing, well, suddenly the waves of negativity have shifted. And you know, Phil, he's on his little gout boat, and he just goes with the waves.
In fact, what's funny about that is, if you remember when Redfall came out last year, and everyone knew the game was an unfinished.
Exactly,
horrible
Dubmatic.
mess,
It's part of the
okay?
narrative. I just always have
Let's
to be the
honest here.
victim.
What
He
is
would
going on?
celebrate a little bit, but then he would try and
Narrative.
grandstand.
When the game
That's the
came
thing,
out,
little gaming. He
Phil Spencer himself.
DSP can be on all the
and he
spaces
said,
at once.
Phil, you know, you own Bethesda now. Microsoft owns Bethesda. Bethesda owns Arcane. So how did this game come out like this? Everyone, you could play for 5 minutes, you know the game's not done. It's not polished. It's not finished. It's full of bugs. What happened here? And Phil Spencer's response was, you know, maybe we should have had a little bit more of a hands-on approach with that one.
Yeah. Okay. DSP doesn't have any hands-on approach with anything
me get
except
this
banning
straight.
people.
You bought a company. You dictated they put out a certain amount of games, a certain style, and then you literally never checked on any of the projects. You just let them do whatever they wanted with no guidance, no help.
But wait. Okay, I'm getting confused by your narrative again, DSP. Isn't that a good thing though? Because isn't it a good thing to let them have the freedom to make whatever they want? But now freedom is bad. Just what do you want, Phil? What do you want?
Just go ahead and make games, right? Yeah. Really, like.
But isn't that what game companies would actually love to have happen?
Of Xbox Gaming, and the CEO, the guy in charge, says, "Oh, maybe we should have actually checked in on that one a little bit more." Is this guy a fucking?
Thank you, Normal
idiot?
James.
Does he not understand that's literally his job? He's in charge. So when Redfall comes out and is a piece of steaming dog shit, it's
So, okay, let me understand this, DSP. Microsoft needs to be completely involved in the affairs of all of their game companies that they own at all times, or maybe just most of the time. But they also just need to completely leave them alone to let them do whatever they want. DSP, these things cannot exist at the same time. You're asking for too much contradictory shit. And you do this, DSP, you do this because you're stupid. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it as an objective fact. It is, according to this video, 54 degrees Fahrenheit in Renton, and you're stupid. It's an objective fact. And because you're stupid, you don't have the capacity to parse apart the different demands that you're having. You are incapable of seeing how these things that you're asking for are mutually exclusive. But it doesn't matter to Phil. All that matters is that I'm angry.
not finished. It's broken. And everyone in the community.
Yes, game companies should have some management help them.
That looks bad? No, it should be Phil fucking Spencer that looks bad.
Yeah, Phil Spencer should go there and help with the game.
He's the one in charge. He's the one who's steering the ship.
Exactly, Power Classic, take it all down.
The game was unfinished. What the fuck does he do all day?
It's actually fucking based.
Really?
Like
what do you do? If you're the CEO of Xbox Gaming, you're not checking on the fucking games your company makes, then what do you do?
I don't know. What do CEOs do? What do CEOs do, DSP? You're a CEO. What do you do,
Anyway.
DSP? You answer emails. DSP is a CEO. He should understand what his fellow Phil is going through. DSP is the CEO of Burnell Productions, and this dude is busy as shit. It's a good thing Linda even got a card for Mother's Day, because this dude is busy. He's busy checking his emails, playing mobile games, talking about how his wife broke the washing machine. He's busy as shit. But DSP somehow thinks that Phil Spencer has more time on his hands. Well, why isn't DSP going over to the houses or at least Zoom calling with all the people that he makes do all this work for him? Why isn't he checking in with them? He doesn't do any of that. And he would say, well, but I'm a smaller person. But it's only a matter of scale. The same things that are asked of Phil are asked of Phil. It's just smaller scale. And DSP can't even do things with this smaller scale. So how the hell is he going to criticize another person?
So that's what Dingo Bakaba said. He's the head of Arcane. He's very, very upset with this decision.
What other CEOs celebrate their birthday for an entire week? Yeah, that's what Phil Spencer should do.
By the way, in a little bit of an extra aside here, Arcane Austin, before making Redfall and failing miserably, had actually worked on the first Dishonored and actually developed the 2017.
No, I didn't hear that,
Prey by
Jessica.
itself. So Arcane made Prey. Prey was a good game. I'm just going to tell you guys, if you didn't play it, 2017's Prey is a very good game. It's got a really neat, interesting story. It's got fun gameplay elements.
Yeah,
It's got
exactly.
a lot of horror elements that are
Exactly,
really, really well.
Pyroclastic.
Tons of content, spooky monsters, and a lot of different variations in the story depending on your choices and what secrets and things that you discover. It's a really great game. I'm pretty sad that this is now the end of the studio, honestly.
Oh, you'll power through.
Now,
DSP.
here we go.
You outlived another
I
one.
gotta say this, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could make this up, but Xbox head of studios, Matt Booty, wrote an internal email to the staff
I'm sorry, I'm
saying the
childish.
following. We are making these tough decisions to create capacity to increase investment in other parts of our portfolio and focus on our priority games.
Yeah, it's word salad. You do that all the time, Phil.
What fucking games? Right now, realistically, can you say, anyone out there who follows the gaming industry, what are the big games that Microsoft is making right now? Can you
They're
name a
working on it right
single
now.
Fucking game?
They're not going to tell you,
Halo,
DSP.
That failed. Is it Gears of War? We haven't heard from that in years, and the last one was good, but it's certainly not what it used to be in the original trilogy, right? What are the big games?
Maybe he's the coolest
Starfield.
about it. He
Starfield
hasn't
was a
heard any
failure,
jokes
flop, and
that
no
we
one
can't
fucking likes
say.
it, right? Like, what are they talking about? What fucking games? Elder Scrolls, which we have no idea when it's coming out, and you have no idea of any time frame.
Yeah, they're working on it, stupid.
What the fuck is he talking about?
And
We're
also,
laying off people to focus on our big games. You don't have any big games. You are the head of Xbox Studios, and you have no fucking.
so DSP operates on the conclusion that if something is not announced, it does not exist. So whenever game companies are working on games, it only technically exists as soon as it's announced. That's when they start working on it, you know. And I don't know why Mr. I cover games professionally would think something so monumentally stupid. That game companies are just sitting there kind of like kicking it, chilling, you know, maybe cleaning their nails, you know, straighten up their mouse pad. Move my microphone a little bit. There you go. That's good. Just wait until we start working on a game, dude. Whenever. No, stupid. It's not how any of that works. I remember one time DSP said, you know, people come to me for my takes on gaming because I have takes that no one else has. And it's very true. DSP is absolutely correct about that because only DSP has the insane take that game companies just don't work on games until they want to.
Games. You are an idiot. You are inept at what you do.
Okay.
You should be fucking fired for writing that email. Really. In fact, I'm going to say this, and you can quote me on this, and you can go ahead and clip this clip. All right?
No one's going to send anything to anyone. No one cares, Phil.
It's one thing if there's one round of layoffs. This is what? The third? Okay.
He still holds on to the Fallout 3 remake being factual just because of a rumor leak. Well, one of his fans emailed him.
That Microsoft was not ready to buy Activision Blizzard. Because if you're buying a giant company, you don't then lay off the equivalent number of employees from your existing company to make room for them. This is insanely bad management. All right? If you're going to make an incredible
yeah, it's really insulting, like Josuke. I hate hearing people who don't care pretend like they do. It's the most insulting kind of cosplay.
All these people are losing their jobs. There's only one solution. All right? The
Firing.
people who really should be losing their jobs are the people in management. Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and all the other executives who championed the Activision Blizzard acquisition and now have absolutely no way to make profits with the company besides laying people off. They should be the next on the chopping block.
But how does this not apply to Phil? Like, it's the same thing. DSP puts all of his blame on everyone else. It's all everyone. Oh, there's another Phil Fish pose right here. I like it. Anyway, it's the same problem. It's the same policy. When he's playing Fallout 4 and no one's donating, is it ever DSP's fault? Is it ever his fault because he chose a bad game and he should know better? No, he will blame himself in the context of, it was my fault to think that you guys had money. That's not really taking accountability. It's not accountability to say, it's my fault. I believed you guys wouldn't fail me. That's still insulting. So it's the exact same mentality. And that's why your stance on all this, Phil, is just so worthless. You are just as bad. Well, not just as bad, because again, it's a matter of scale. But in terms of what you do, it's the exact same thing that they're doing. And then you blame it away and you use word salad and you deflect blame and you ostracize your viewers and you ostracize your community and you say it's their fault. It's the same thing.
Immediately, they should lose their jobs. And they should have people who actually know what the fuck they're doing move in.
Some sort of final solution.
Right now, you got Captain
So
Phil
why does he care so
Spencer
much about
and
that? He's
first
just gonna
in
consume
command,
gaming.
Matt
Yeah.
Booty, and they literally have
'Cause he
one
just
hand
loves
on
anger.
the side of the fucking wheel, driving the ship into the cliffside, and fucking splinters of wood are shooting everywhere, and the boat's capsizing, and everyone's abandoning ship, and everyone's like, oh well, just keep them in charge, that's fine. In fact, give them another boat. Buy another boat to put them on, right?
Then,
well, are you fucking crazy?
Then you're not going to buy
They
any
know
of their
what they're
games in
doing.
the future, right?
It's
DSP?
obvious at this point. The problem is people like Phil Spencer, okay, are sadly charismatic, right? Phil Spencer's a charismatic dude.
Like
You see
Phil
him, he's
Burnell,
wearing
right?
Not a suit and tie, but he's wearing a cool jacket and a t-shirt. He looks like one of us. He's a gamer bro, right? So you get the mentality that he's your friend, he's your buddy who you game
I'm not
with,
friends with
and
him.
you like the guy. It doesn't matter, though. He's a horrible leader. So's Matt Booty writing this insane fucking email that literally has no factual basis. You have no big games to put your time and efforts into.
You don't know
fucking
that. You
moron.
actually don't know that, Phil.
So these people should not be in charge.
Are you on the
That's a
mailing
new
list for
blood.
Microsoft's games?
to jump up. And we need new blood to take command of these companies. Because right now, the Yves Gamos and that evil fucking CEO of EA with his stupid douchey comb-over hipster Seattle haircut, and the fucking Phil Spencers and Matt Booties, these guys, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're the
Yeah, we need to
reason the
put
industry's
Phil
failed.
Burnell in charge.
When
That'll
Phil
see a
Spencer's here,
change.
and they say, so why are you doing these rounds of layoffs? He says, because the game industry is currently in a decline. Phil, you are the game industry. You're in charge of fucking Xbox. You're the reason for the decline.
DSP is in charge
don't
of his own
punish your
decline as
employees.
well.
Fucking quit. Punish yourself, you fucking mouth jeweler. You're awful at what you do. You're
Banana Jones, I kind of want to say off of what your point here, CEO bad rants. It's like no one really likes CEOs. No one likes them. It's not even necessarily that DSP is empirically wrong about all this. Yeah, CEOs are humongous shitheads. But the thing about it is that DSP has put himself in this really amusing position where his behaviors are not in any way different than CEOs, and then wants to criticize CEOs. I can understand if DSP's behaviors were completely opposite of CEOs. Yeah, okay, you can have all the criticisms you want. It's the same thing. Where's my sound clip?
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
ruining gaming because you're inept. Quit. Let someone else step up and fix Xbox, because it ain't going to be you, and it ain't going to be...
Let Phil Burnell handle
Moody.
it.
It's got to be somebody else.
No.
At this point, you have no fucking...
We need to have
Stop ruining
Dale.
things for everyone under you who's a hard
We need more
worker
BBC
who deserves
representation in
a
video games.
living. And you're taking that away from them because you're making big moves, buying companies, but you're not making any fucking games. You're a games company that doesn't make games.
You don't know that. You actually don't know that.
I'm a little upset about this
Yeah,
topic.
no
I'm gonna let
kidding.
it
You
go.
sound like you're about to fall out of your chair.
Well, one thing's for sure. After today, I don't think anyone's going to call me an Xbot or Xbox fanboy. I'm pretty upset.
No one ever
Honestly.
called you an Xbox fanboy. We just call you a
And,
shithead all the time.
I just don't even know what's going to happen anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry, DSP. I can tell you what's going to
I don't
happen.
even know.
They're going to make
Companies
games
don't
and you're going to
exist.
buy
They're
them.
literally doing nothing right at all. I don't think that they have done a single correct action in the last year. And it's continuing. You know, Game Pass is amazing. Is Game Pass the problem? Is the insustainability?
I think
of Game
DSP
Pass
only really
here?
feels alive when
If
he's
that's the
angry.
case, just fess up and fucking cancel Game Pass.
That's the
I'm
only
sorry,
time he
fuck
ever
off.
feels any
I'm
sort
sorry
of
you all like Game Pass,
activity
but
in
you
his
guys
body is when
fucked
he's
up.
angry.
We can't
Because when he's
keep
happy, he doesn't really
fucking
feel
fluid.
anything. When he's
fucked
sad,
up
he doesn't
that,
really feel anything.
right?
Only with anger does he
If
feel
that's the
anything.
case,
So he
that's
seeks
fine.
out these things to anger him, even though they
Admit it,
really have no place
right?
angering him.
But I don't know, man. This drives me insane.
Yeah,
I don't
Power
know
Classic.
why
That would
we
make
have
him a good
people in power
manager.
anymore, you know? I think what it is, if you take a look, we had Don Matrick before Phil Spencer, and Don Matrick was not the gamer bro. Don Matrick was the quintessential silver spoon in the mouth douchebag rich guy, right? Oh, Xbox One. If you don't have an always online connection, we have a console for you. The Xbox 360. Oh, you
Why
wanna
are you
own
shitting
your
on these
games?
people so
Too
hard? You
bad.
know them?
Everything's
You hang
digital,
out with these
everything's
dudes?
tied in, and here's the future.
DSP hangs out
In
with his
reality,
fellow CEOs. That's
a
why
lot
you
of
can
things that
shit
Don
on them
Matrick
so
was
much.
saying during the launch of the Xbox One wasn't incorrect. He was just a complete douchebag, scumbag asshole about it. And therefore, that's why people hated him, and that's why Xbox One tanked at launch. It's his fault.
I don't
He's just
think that's
shit.
entirely true, but it's
He's
okay.
why he
Let's
was
just keep
abruptly
moving on.
ousted out of the company, and then he went and ruined
DSP
Zynga,
looks for
and now
simple
he's
answers.
basically
Their
a fucking
CEO was too much of a
somewhere in
douchebag.
Europe,
That's why
right?
no one bought the
But
console. I'm like, I bought
in
it.
the case of Phil
I didn't
Spencer,
even know anything about the CEO.
this
Dude.
guy is kind of the antithesis of that.
I didn't
You
hang
look at
out with the
Spencer,
guy.
You don't think rich guy. You don't think douchebag, silver spoon in the mouth. But at the same time, is he doing any better, honestly? No.
Yeah,
What
that's
is he
why we
really
need to
doing?
have a real non-douchebag like Phil Burnell.
Tell me the positive stuff that Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and these people are doing in charge of Xbox that's, really keeping the company afloat. It's just failure after failure.
I don't
How do you
know,
have an incredibly popular game in Halo Infinite and then botch it within 4 months and no one plays it anymore, right? It's like every time you have an
See,
opportunity
he
to
should have
success,
gone there and made it
they blow
better.
it.
Phil Spencer
just
should
don't
have pulled
get
up a
it,
chair
right?
and just made it better. What an idiot.
So,
What
I
a
don't know,
stupid
man. This is
bastard.
very upsetting to me. Listen, I like Xbox. I like the gaming industry. It's my job as well as my hobby. And to hear the people who are talented
DSP
and
talks
do their
like
job because
old
maybe
people with
doesn't know how to run a
computers,
company,
like really, really
it
old
makes me
people.
very
Well,
upset.
can you just hack the mainframe?
Really?
No,
Just-
Grandpa.
Especially
Can you just
works,
can you just
They-
hack
they just made
Facebook?
Hi-Fi
Not
Rush, which is a
really.
great game.
Not like
They're on
this
the right
anyway.
track to righting their ship and making better games. I just,
Who has a better understanding
Exactly.
of the internet or of computers in general? DSP or Chris Chan's dad? Because Chris Chan's dad sounded really dumb when he was talking about how, all those pictures got on the internet. And he said, just call the internet, do whatever you need to do, get those pictures down. DSP is really not any different. He doesn't understand how games are even made. Do you think Phil Spencer is going to pull up to the studio, go in and pull up a chair and start programming? What do you want him to do exactly? I mean, I get it. Yeah, he is still in charge, but DSP seems to operate under this assumption that Phil Spencer, because he didn't clock in for work that day, that's why it all fell apart. That's why Halo sucks. This is because Phil kept using sick leave.
Exactly. Don Finucci says Phil Spencer currently has no signal. He's on his mega yacht in Belize. He can't hear you.
How's it going, Big Cheese? I'm all right.
Well, yes, of course.
Yes, that's true as well, Pyroclastic. Imagine you bought DSP's debt. Your company immediately folds.
They didn't even announce it. They just shadow dropped the game. And that game
wait.
voiced their... Bader says, well, Hi-Fi Rush was not financially successful by Microsoft standards. Yes, because they didn't advertise it. Remember what they did? They didn't even announce it. They just shadow dropped the game.
So if they didn't announce it, that technically means the game didn't exist. So, okay, from that perspective, I am on board with DSP on this. If a game company can make a game that good in 24 hours, announcement, drop, okay, yeah, that was really stupid that Microsoft let them go. Because according to Phil, a game doesn't exist if it's not announced.
And that game developers actually voiced their discontent with that model after the game launched. They said, we're happy that people are liking it now, but this game was ready like last year, and we don't know why Xbox didn't announce it.
Yeah, normal jinx. DSP does what
during that
what every shithead does. They look for simple answers.
Get hype for it and get people excited for it.
It's Phil Spencer's fault. Like, I don't think it's necessarily Phil Spencer.
Shadow dropped it in early 2023 to no hoopla.
I don't think Phil Spencer is helping things, but I feel like everything's always a symptom of something.
You see what I'm saying? Gee, Evil Within 2, we hope it's a giant seller. Oops, no marketing. Gee, I wonder why it didn't sell. But these are management decisions. These are not game developer decisions.
He doesn't talk about board
Spencer and Matt Booty decisions. And they're fucking up at every turn. And that's the point.
Shareholders. He doesn't talk about them at all.
Punishing the people who work the hardest to put out content for your company, and instead punish the people who truly are making the awful decisions at the company day in and day out over.
Yeah, Phil Spencer should fire himself.
Okay.
I'm doing a little better, Void. I appreciate it.
Not just them. You got to look at the heads of the other companies too. The fucking Todd Howards, who they all were banking on Starfield being a giant success, and it is totally not. I mean, it's not.
Why wouldn't you want something to be a success, DSP?
The level they thought it was going to get. It is not culturally relevant. It is not even in the major discussions of people when it comes to big RPGs.
Not everything needs to be culturally relevant, DSP. You're not culturally relevant.
Accountable for their fucking
much to my chagrin.
We have enough people now who have lost their jobs. Thousands of people losing jobs because of a few small people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Why are they still in charge? If you're a shareholder of Xbox,
oh, there we go, shareholders.
What are you doing? Are you stupid? Do you not understand that these people are dumb and don't know what they're doing? Get them the fuck out. Shareholders have power. Get these motherfuckers out of there.
Yeah, but DSP, look, man, shareholders are interested in the bottom line. That's, if anything, DSP, you could say that that's the source of the problem. That shareholders are the ones pressuring their CEOs to act this way. It's a chain of stupid, DSP. It's a chain of stupid. And you're not approaching it correctly. The CEOs are a problem, but the shareholders are a problem as well. But DSP, I don't know. Well, this video would never reach anyone of any sort of importance. But the idea that you could try and convince the shareholders to change things, dude, they're part of the equation. You're so stupid, guy.
They don't know how to do anything.
All right.
If I had stock in fucking Xbox, I sure as hell would be trying to get these fuck faces out of there. Jeez.
No, you'd be buying into whatever they said because that's what you do.
That's enough of me.
That's what you do, DSP. You buy into everyone's stupid shit.
I'm so upset I can't even click the right screen. Look at this. Where am I? Hold on. Here I am. I'm so upset I can't even click the right transition. I hate this shit. I hate this industry when this happens. It makes me so upset.
Then don't buy these games, DSP. It's really easy.
To be jobless.
You're in a position to do more change than any of us, right? You influence people.
It's the management that's bad.
So don't buy the games.
No, I have to.
Not the fucking, people on the ground.
I enjoy your revolution, Spartacus.
This would be like saying McDonald's had a big gambit. They launched a brand new burger.
Burger? Okay? Oh, sandwich shops, nice.
Expensive, the cost, but they were hoping really
doing better sequence.
Amazing. Well, guess what? No one likes the burger, so they lost millions of dollars on it. So what did they do? They just fired 4,000 employees.
Yeah, that's essentially what you wanted, DSP. Remember when your chicken sandwich disaster happened?
Fuck up the making of the burger at any point? No one liked the burger. The concept that didn't work for McDonald's. Why would you fire people who work at the line level? What did they do wrong?
I don't think that's an accurate parallel at all, DSP.
Oh, because we need to have the shareholders get their money. So fire the management who don't deserve it and take their $10 million salaries and give it to the shareholders.
But they're the shareholders are part of the problem. What? How does you don't understand any of this, Phil. They're so stupid.
And don't work. And it's not just America. It's all these corporations. This structure doesn't work. You're paying a guy millions of dollars to sink your company. And then you're afraid to fire him. Right? What are you? I mean, that's insanity.
But that's what's cool about DSP is he is his own shareholder and CEO, so he accomplishes both these goals.
And
he also sinks all of this into himself.
they'll blame the industry instead of the people in charge, right? Phil Spencer will say, oh, we're just in a slump. You're the slump. You're the one who made the slump.
Phil Spencer needs to die.
Okay. Well, I ranted
He
and raved
hurt
enough.
my industry. Man, that was really, really stupid. That's embarrassingly dumb. This is why DSP politics is going to be so glorious, because this guy doesn't even know how his own... He's a gamer. He's a gaming content creator. He covers games. He buys games. He plays games for an audience, but doesn't know one iota how games are developed. That would actually be perfectly fine. For example, if I was a gaming streamer, I also don't really know a whole lot about how games are developed. But the difference between me and Phil, even though we're very similar, he and I'm similar to him like Rankits is similar to LTG. I know when I don't know something. So because I know I don't know something, I won't voice my opinions on it. Because that would be stupid. I'm not going to come here and tell you the structures of the heart because I don't know the structures of the heart. It's that simple. DSP, though, he's always so convinced of himself. It's rather admirable in a way. I wish I could just have like half of that power. He's so convinced of himself that he has to know that he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just maybe a little bit. Maybe just a single neuron is begging for release and saying, hey, you don't know anything. But it doesn't stop him. He just says whatever the hell he wants to at all times. And then gets frustrated when people say, hey, man, you sound like an idiot. You sound like you don't know what you're talking about. And then he bans everyone. Like, how can you do this as a professional? How can you just not know anything about your profession whatsoever and then opine on it wrongly all the time? Well, DSP shows you how it's done. It's just his gift, I suppose. Yeah, all of his neurons are begging for money. One of them's begging for clarity. You can understand how that one gets drowned out every once in a while. But I think that's it for the catch-up of this week. Like I said, it's been a challenging week for me, and I really appreciate everyone's understanding. Going forward, I don't really know what my schedule is going to look like for the next couple weeks. I guess what I'm saying is I can't promise when I'll be here. I'll be here when I can be. But if I am here, it's my usual schedule of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do still plan to do Going Green, and that's definitely something I want to get locked in because those are my favorite things to do with DSP. And so I won't be saying like, oh, I will be here tomorrow. But if I would be here, it would be tomorrow. And again, thank you all very much. I really do appreciate all you. I love you so much. I will embarrass myself a little bit, I suppose. When I posted the community page that I was going to be taking some time off, I actually just kind of like rage quit reading the comments. But it wasn't rage at you guys. It was rage at myself because I was just feeling so embarrassed. I was like almost in tears. Like, man, these people are just so cool. And then it made me extra mad because DSP shits on all you guys so much. And it's just not fair. You all have such an immense level of compassion and love for people. And DSP just hand waves it all away. You're all shitheads. You're all evil. You're all mentally ill. And I guess that's DSP trying to stick with his investment, much like these CEOs and the shareholders. You know, he's invested in the idea of hatred. Hatred stock is pretty good right now. So all this talk of the detractors being decent people, well, you're gonna hurt the values of projected hatred. So I'm just gonna ignore all you. Anyway, that's enough blather out of me. Thank you very much, everyone. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Okay, take care.
Y'all have a great, safe, blessed day. You know what? I'm gonna end this video on a really good, highly vibrational note.
Why should I allow you to talk when you don't support me? You don't give me any money to pay my bills, so therefore you're worthless to me. You don't have anything nice to say, therefore you're worthless to me. All you want to do is say snide comments, snide remarks, therefore you're worthless to me. You guys don't support me financially. You don't support me in a positive way. You don't encourage me to do great things. You don't fucking support me. So why should I support you and give you motherfucking assholes the right to say whatever the fuck you want? You don't get that fucking privilege. I won't let you have that fucking privilege. You want an opinion on this channel? Then donate some money. Put up or shut up. You want the right to talk on this channel? You want privileges? Then start paying my bills, motherfucker. Until you start paying my fucking bills, then you don't have the right, you don't have the privilege or the authority to say whatever the fuck you want on my fucking channel. Because I won't give you the privilege. Because if you're not supporting me monetarily, then you're fucking worthless to me.
Take care and be blessed, all of you. And may you find great light, power, and goodness within yourselves and redeem yourselves and just get out of the toxic minority. Period. Be with the majority and be good.
Get a 60-day supply of the planet.
No? I'm gonna say somebody in Russia just died, and another just died with that second gunshot. Somebody really toxic. Maybe Putin died by his own sword. Anyway, we have cleared the air. Everything is good. All of you take care and have a blessed, safe day and night.